show! From Michael Bay to Marvel, UK, and every rock on in between. Breaking news and time reviews, every robot fans wet dream. Grab a brew and join the crew, become part of our scene. Bring your mom, let's drink her on, make sure you're at least 18. Welcome to the show, the party and the flow. Friday nights, let's go, Transformers the show.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I was just checking my phone to see if it was working. I was checking live to see if it was working. Right, well, welcome Friday night. Welcome to the show. I'm from my hotel room in Glasgow. Hopefully the internet holds out. Please, Holiday Inn Express. We've got loads coming up tonight, though. We've got a top 5 big bots. It could be Titans or huge, humongous third-party bots. Our discussion tonight is all about Botcon. And Samsformers, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hello.
Hello.
You're literally just back from America, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, not literally. Like
No, not literally. Yeah. Monday. Yeah.
Monday.
So it was a lie.
Yeah, all a lie.
London today. I got back to London today.
You did, but you're a natural man who's been abroad and seen Botcon with your very own eyes. You've touched it, you've tasted it, and you're gonna tell us what it tasted like later. We've also got a review. So Jamie's having a look at the new Haslab Omega Prime, and Pete's got the Fans Hobby Metal Hawk. All that plus. We've got a little feature on Geoff Senior, who you may know is a comic artist for Transformers. But before we do any of that, it's very important that we do the news. And it's over to Andy. Here's the news.
I talk some TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
It's too hot. Some stuff happened. Move on. Right, let's start. Nick Roach, who was announced actually on Friday of last week, but I forgot to put it into the news last week. So Nick Roach will be appearing at TFN. We're all shocked. He doesn't normally come over for TFN, but he's going to be there, and he's a lovely man, and you'll get a chance to potentially get some artwork from him and at least have a chat with him because he is a lovely bloke. I'm hoping we can maybe have a chat with him and maybe even get him on the show. I think that would be pretty cool if we could. What's next? Oh, there we go to less exciting and happy news, but not unexpected, it could be argued. So Paramount has confirmed there is no plans for a Transformers 1 sequel as things stand, which is disappointing.
It's a trap.
Because the film was obviously very good, but didn't do it at the box office, and ultimately money has spoken here.
What do you think was the one thing they lacked? I think the one thing the film lacked to be truly iconic is music. It didn't have any catchy songs we could all sing to.
A nice 80s soundtrack. Where was Stan Bush when we needed him? Not I'm blaming you, Stan, if you're watching. Yeah, it's a shame.
Stan.
It's a shame.
If he's watching.
Yeah, Stan Bush is going to watch this. Oh, God, it'd be cool if he did. Anyway, let's move on. Mark Lonis, all praise be to Mark. That's Hasbro designer Mark Mayer. He was showing off Venom, or Venin, as they're calling it, because, you know, they have to.
Yeah, calling it now.
And there it is. And he makes it look very good, as he tends to do with his photos on Instagram. So if you haven't seen these, you can go and look on Instagram. I mean, they're the exact same photos I'm showing you here, but you can still go and look at it, just not now. Do it later, as always. And yeah, it looks good. It looks buggy. Very buggy.
I can't believe we've actually got this. It's just like, all we need is Catilla now, and then we'll have all the Mayhem Attack Squad.
I think that's how I'm going to have mine posed, just like that. It's a strong pose. It's a strong pose.
I think he's just drunk. That's it. He's just he's stand up.
That's Superman pose. And holding Megs.
I love pictures with the reflections like that, just on a glass background or floor. Sorry, I think that looks really good.
Yeah. His head is literally just arched right back to make the bug head, but it still looks good. And there he is as a flying bug, blasting things as flying bugs are wont to do.
You could have been called Blaster.
That name's already taken by a Micromaster, I believe, Jamie. Studio Series Devastator and Age of the Primes Superion. These photos came from Notrab on Weibo.
Notrab.
Yeah.
Looks
I'd love to have
amazing.
him on and he'd just go, no, it's Notrab. Or, you know, like Bucket and Bouquet. Yeah, Devastator. I mean, it'll look better once he's got his arm. but looking pretty darn good as it is. I like the face sculpt as well, which then took us onto some photos also by Notrab that he put out of Hook and Long Haul, along with the two we've already had, Bone Crusher and Scrapper. And I still agree with what Thew said many years ago when we reviewed the Combiner Wars version. Like, Bone Crusher does not look like he should be called Bone Crusher. He looks like some kind of Kevin. Bone Crusher does not work as a name for him. But anyway, there he is. And yeah,
Bone
they look
Crusher should
good.
look cool, shouldn't you? You keep looking for the cool one, and you go, "Wait, that's Bone Crusher."
He shouldn't look. Yeah, I mean, I'll get onto that later. But yeah, no. Anyway, here's the lads, and they do look pretty good. I think Hook actually looks particularly good. Early reviews of these, for those who've managed to get them early, have been generally quite positive. And yeah, I mean, we don't get many Constructicons and Devastators ever, so we really should treasure these moments. They're quite rare. And there you go. There's the big lad, Big Load, as he was once called by whichever company it was. Which company was it, Sam, that called him Big Load?
Transports.
Yeah.
Oh,
Best name
look at
ever.
Pete jumping in there.
Yeah.
Well done, Pete, with your third polygon.
Never transform it.
Is it a little bit too close to Combiner Wars Devastator? I know they've done Superior, but that felt really different. This is, I don't know.
I mean, the
Devastator.
Combiner was good. So, like, you're not going to change it massively because they wanted to try and be screen accurate. So I don't really know what more you could do, unless like you gave him, I don't know, colourful pants, making him stand out. I don't know what you want there.
Are you getting ready for the quiz? Because I like the way Andy asked Sam, and you went, "Nah, I'm not."
Yeah, I was going to say he jumped in there, didn't he? It's like he thought it was a buzzer round.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him say Sam. Sorry, Sam.
No, you're fine.
fine.
You
It's fine.
But you snooze, you lose.
Tonight.
You know what I mean?
we're a team, mate. It's fine. We're a team.
Anyway,
Not for the quiz, we're not.
what watches seem to be the thing at the moment. So this is the Infantry Transformers crossover 40th anniversary modular mechanical watches Kickstarter campaign, which is now officially live. So if you want to get some Transformers themed watches through a Kickstarter campaign, this is for you. Apparently it's a modular system, so you can swap out the bezels, whatever the hell that is, straps and cases in seconds. And there's a load of other nonsense that's all to do with watches that I don't really care about. But each watch will include a character card, a card pack, and an ID card of the Transformers AR card game by Vaunch Studios. As a reward. I'm sure that game's going really well. You can support the Kickstarter. You can support the Kickstarter campaign until July 17th, 2025. I don't have the link, but I'm sure if you do a search for it, you'll find it. And apparently there are early bird rewards and discounts available. I have no idea how much this costs to get in on it, but I would imagine it's not cheap. You know, you're getting 3 watches, aren't you? Yeah. Do a bit of research for me, Pete.
Roger.
What the hell was that noise?
Anyway, going past my house. I think. Sorry.
They were siding good there until they said Vaunch.
Yeah, then they lost us. Yeah, I don't really know. Oh, yeah, sorry, I've skipped on. Pete, do you want us to come back to you for the price thing, if you could find it?
No,
he said no, not really. I'd rather you didn't. And then there's been lots of these photos have appeared. I believe the first ones that I saw may have come from a certain Samsformers, but for some reason I don't have these ones. For some reason I have these ones, so I can only apologise. I think these were TM reviews. It was a mate of yours, so yeah. I'm sure you'll forgive me.
I have it here. That's the real one.
Yeah, look at that. There it is. Anyway, this is Blocky's Action Edition 03 Soundwave with Rumble, Ratbat, Laserbeak, and Ravage, which a lot of people who seem to have got this are very, very happy with, which is good. Don't want them to be miserable. What do you think, Sam?
I think it's brilliant. It's streaks ahead of the other two. Well, streaks ahead slightly a bit much, but it is good. You can see the improvements. The color's great on it. I will say the speaker, the sound isn't brilliant. I mean, I think that's their first attempt, so you can tell that it's you can understand it, but it's not great. But everything else about it is very good. Yeah, it's really good fun to build. Yeah. And the blue and the white pop, so it's colourful. It's really good. Yeah.
I'm pretty certain I am the only one of the 5 people on the show at the moment who does not have this yet. I think I'm fair to say. Is that right, Jamie? You've got one, haven't you?
Yes, yes, I do.
Pete, you've got yours, haven't you?
Yes.
And Paul, you've got one, haven't you?
Paul's muted himself.
Have you muted yourself, Paul?
Yeah, I was just saying that I'm a collector, so yeah, I've got it.
Well, screw you. Anyway,
Have you guys
wrap
built
up.
all yours? Have you built it, Paul?
No, I was going to. If I had time before the show, I was going to build it, but then I accidentally fell into a pub garden and had a beer. So
Do you want to do a build next week, all 3 of us, or a review or a race? Or
Yeah,
something?
cool. Yeah, definitely.
The laser
Not
beaks.
Wednesday or Thursday.
The laser beaks
Right.
a bit disappointing
Is it?
compared to the one that came with the Megatron. I think it's came with the Megatron. The Megatron one's much better. Now I don't know if
Oh,
it's
Not
Sam?
a Cybertronian laser beak. Sam.
yeah, probably is. I think, but it just doesn't look
It says
as.
that in the instructions.
I didn't
don't know.
read that.
He doesn't have time to read, Jamie. He's a man of action.
Just look at the pictures. I don't. Yeah, but I would have gone with the other one, but it still looked good. But...
Not the one which we have, Megatron.
Is it to encourage you to get the Megatron because that one has the Earth mode?
I mean, possibly, yeah.
Laser beak, so
Yeah.
blockies.
I do think
Hasbro.
we could have given us what I saw, but it's probably to do with More Than Meets the Eyes episode where, you know, when Soundwave really introduces the cassettes, he goes, you know, like Rumble, Ravage, Laserbeak, Operation Warfare.
Yeah, I would have thought so. This was more of like to show what could be. So this was Unicronus 86 who shared this missing link prototype made by apparently a fan. So the rumor, of course, is we're getting a missing link version of G1 Ultra Magnus, and this is just a picture to try and show the kind of thing we might end up with. Obviously, we don't know yet, and this is a fan-made version, but still kind of cool. Unless, of course,
that's
you don't
cool.
like it. Then this is is it Achai or Akai? Anyway, Achai, I'm going to go with Studio, and their Studio Series 86 blur head replacement, which is a massive improvement in my opinion on the actual head that came on the Studio 86 blur. I don't know, I'm still not going to get it, but it is an improvement, so that's good. Anybody
I got
getting
the
these
cup.
heads?
I got Rodimus Prime, as you know. I've got the Rodimus
Yes.
Prime head, which is brilliant. And I've got the cup one as well. Just make sure, guys, because it's painted, they're not varnished, so don't go rubbing them or anything like that, because you'll just take the paint off. You know, so you might want to varnish, but if you varnish, you'll drastically change your colour. So you might want to get another one and test, you know, what varnish would work, or just be careful with it. You know, if you ever do clean it, you know, like use a dust cloth or any, you know, like a brush. They don't
Good
go rubbing
advice.
it.
We might have more photos of it, Achai head coming up later on as well. But first, it wouldn't be the news if there wasn't something miserable. So, Transformers Age of the Prime's Titan class star Optimus Prime has been released, and apparently lots of people are saying that there is an issue with the windows on the chest, that they've not been basically fitted in properly. It seems to be a common problem that's been reported in most copies so far. The transparent chest part is not assembled properly, causing the chest windows not to be aligned with the chest sides. Fortunately, there's an easy fix. Just remove the screws on this clear part and then push the left and right side until they fit correctly, then put the screws back in. Not that you should have to on a toy of this price, but apparently it is a common problem. So just giving you all a heads up if you've ordered this. I've also seen a few unfavorable reviews of this, Some of which have even compared the plastic and stuff on it as comparable to that of a Happy Meal toy. I really hope that isn't correct, but
dear God.
we shall see.
Oh.
We shall see.
Was this rushed out?
Hey?
Do you think this was rushed then? If it's,
I don't know. There's obviously an issue with it. I think probably the Happy Meal toy comment is probably one reviewer and other people are like, God, yeah, let's sensationalize that. I can't believe it's that bad. But then again, I also can't believe the amount of sweat beads that are coming off this can of beer. So life is strange sometimes, and the weather is far too hot. Anyway, there you go. Lots of pictures of the chest with, I assume, the incorrectly aligned windows. If you're big on your chest window,
At least it's the same on both sides. You know what I mean? They haven't got like
exactly.
one
So you could
side
leave it and just
100%
pretend
right.
it's. What would be really funny is if Hasbro said, no, it was supposed to be like that. You've all just broken. You've all just messed it up. Anyway, we'll move on. Speaking of which,
windscreens.
Speaking of Achai Studio, another head replacement, which is kind of ironic that Hasbro... Is it ironic? I don't know. Anyway, but Hasbro have announced, obviously, we're getting a kind of comic book cartoon head Sandstorm in a 2-pack, but you can just buy the head from Achai Studios. This was shared by Tone Zone on Instagram, who is apparently Isaac Ryan. And yeah, this is what it looks like if you swap out the head, hence the before and after. And this is what you look like if you then pose in dramatic poses with the head.
It's a lot cheaper doing it this way, isn't it?
How much does it cost for these, Jamie? I mean, how much was the Rodimus one working on that price?
To be honest, it's about £17, including postage. So
Still
it's
cheaper
about
than
that
the 2-pack.
ballpark. It's the same price as what do you call it? The KO Studio Series 86 Ultimate Spine. So we're not ahead.
It does look better. It does look really clear, crisp.
Oh yeah, it's nice, but I mean I still prefer the toy head, so for it's not, I'm not bothered. But for
nice
those who
photo
want
as
that
well.
head, it was a lovely photo.
Yeah, Tone Zone. You know
did
what
you
Tone
see
Zone
this?
reminds me of, don't you?
Go on then.
I'm not going to say it.
Howard. Right, moving on. YOLO Park. So you might have seen this, Sam. I don't know, but YOLO Park have shared their it's them and Agabus, their Botcon official 2025 exclusive AMK mini cliff jumper, which they're calling. Why does it say in brackets Ladybug?
Because they were told to call it. They wanted to call it each Ladybug another character. There's something around that Hasbro. Then they told them they couldn't use X, so they had to change it. It was something.
Right.
I didn't really understand because I didn't know what the other character meant. But if you buy it, you get a comic which explains it.
Right.
In the story, but they were told to change the name. But yeah, they had them. I was going to buy one of them, but then I just ran out of room. So,
how much were they in dollars? In dollar?
I want to say 35, 40 maybe, something like that. I think if you bought the premium weekend pass, you got that one and another one included.
Oh, well, that's not bad, is it? We shall hear more about Botcon later. But for now, that's all of the mainline news. So we should probably do some third party.
A ThoughtCon. You think?
Did you just want to say ThoughtCon?
Grow up.
No, never grow up.
Right, let's do some fair party news.
Battle this.
It's heavy metal cruncher time as Optimus Prime goes toe to toe with Combat Megatron. Prime is one tough dude underneath his hood. He's a transformer missile fun phenomenon. Combat Megatron is combat armed. His mighty mega missiles are slamming. He can mad out more for use mega force, but Combat Optimus is still standing.
How long have we had the changed video for that? It shows how much attention I'm paying to that as we're going into the third-party news. That's the first time I've noticed that you swapped it out for the movie scene. Anyway, sorry, that just took me by surprise. Anyway, I'm normally looking at the news notes and stuff, so I'm not paying attention. Anyway, where were we?
This looks like more Devastators.
Yeah, X-Transbots, MX-45 Razor, which is their version of Bone Crusher. Not officially, obviously, but, unofficially. So, Better or worse than Hasbro's? Go.
I
At
think
least you can transform
worse.
Hasbro's.
Yeah, and is that true? There is more types of Devastator now than there is the population of China. Someone texted
I
me that
believe
fact
so,
the other
yeah.
day,
Yeah.
and
I
I
think
was
that's
like,
true.
yeah, that's
Facts,
insane,
people.
isn't it? That's a lot of Devastators.
Come to us for the truth.
Anyway,
You-
yeah, so
You
this is
you will lose your rag long before you get him into his alt mode.
it. Just don't
There is
transform it.
no way. It's just not happening.
Anyway, it's there. It's another Devastator character constructor called Devastator. You know what I meant. It's tired. I'm tired and it's hot. Let's go on to something that is cool. Mastermind Creations with the R53 Tyrontron Rise with photos by I Am No Fire. It should be I Am On Fire, but it's not. It's I Am No Fire.
On fire.
Yeah, I Am Not On Fire would make more sense because I am on fire, but it's just I Am No Fire. Okay. Unless his name's like Ian No Fire, but it's called Ian. Anyway, I really hope it is when I meet him and he goes, "Hi, I'm Ian." I knew it. Right. Anyway,
This is the news. This is what
this
people
is
are
what we
tuning in
come
for.
for, people. This is why it gets the big views. Anyway, it just looks really cool, and we
Oh,
have seen some photos of this before.
We didn't say thank you to all the people who congratulated us for reaching 10k subscribers.
I
Do we have to do them one by one?
I think we should.
If in the chat, you
Mum,
Rob, your
thank
name
you,
is-
Mum. Thank you, Dad.
You're welcome, Jamie.
You didn't congratulate us, actually. You didn't, you sod.
Bloody well did.
Yeah.
The
I don't
important
think so.
thing is, the important thing is Jamie doesn't hold grudges. He doesn't let it get to him. He lets the little things go.
I'm gonna prove it.
Oh, sorry, that was very remiss of me. Crotch thrust.
Yep.
What?
Because that's how you fire your fusion cannon. Mace, type weapon, pointy. You can point. This because he's got optional heads. I do like the fact you can have the black style Megatron helmeted head, and you've got the silver one. You've got options.
You have. That's
And
like
is
the
that-
Iron Factory one. It lets you do like every single like version of him. Even looks a really G1 one. I like what Zian Freeb says. It's burning like a vampire's armpit in Cardiff. It's that hot. It bloody well is. Description.
Also, crotch thrust again, because that's how you sell toys, with as much crotch thrust as you can possibly get in there. Tank mode. I mean, it looks
That's
like
an alt mode.
tank.
That is quality.
Yeah, good.
I like this. I would buy this. Right, where are we? Oh yeah. X-Transbots, an Agabus exclusive MX-39 Origo, which is Orion Pack's retooled prototype and trailer next to the original on the right. This was from now. Was this shown? This was shown, wasn't it? At Botcon. I'm sure you
Yeah.
took photos of it, didn't you, Sam?
They had
And-
they had the original, the one on the right out the first day,
That's it.
and then put the other one out because they did it on purpose, I think, because they got lots of flack online because they only had the old one, but then they put the other one out.
And they've given it a trailer, haven't they? That I read.
Yeah.
The trailer is based off an unused design that Orion Pax would have had in the cartoon originally, but they just
Yeah.
never gave him the trailer in the
It
actual
was-
cartoon.
It was cut,
Cool.
and they showed the picture, and I think it was thrown away with other stuff, and someone found it, and that was how it was going to be originally in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And it's all based around it's an energon processing unit.
That's right, yeah, because that's what
Right.
he was kind of involved with, wasn't it? He was
Yeah.
in the energon processing place when Megatron attacked.
And
So the
the
one
two-
at the nearest to us, the coloured version, that was the original, right? That people
Yes.
criticised as too small, I think, and then they've enlarged it to make it more impressive. And yeah,
It's the bits inside come out and they do all stuff and move around, and
Just come apart.
yeah, I mean,
it's probably full speed.
I think when they were transforming it, it was falling apart, because of how early it was.
Because of how
Big
early
hello
it
to
was,
X-Transbots.
and because of how X-Transbots it was as well.
Pete, man, you're ruining our X-Transbots sponsorship deal that we haven't got. Never will. Anyway, let's do something Transformers adjacent because it's from the same universe, and let's have a look at a little bit of Mask. So we know that this is coming.
Is it in the same universe? Is that been officially? Said?
Yeah, because they crossover comics years back, and they put everything in together. So Mask was involved, and what was the other thing? Oh, the silver robot dude whose name has escaped me. There's a series of comics. They also did that
ROM.
ROM, thank you. The SDCC pack that had Jetfire in it, and I think it was Matt Tracker and Leoric. So
Some G.I. Joe.
Strictly speaking, is Visionaries is strictly speaking in there as well. Anyway, that's how I'm sneaking it in there. So these are pictures of the boxes that we have had from.
No, I go with that sweet lie, Andy. I think it's a good lie.
Sweet lies whispered in your ear. Anyway, what's the company called? Why can I never remember the
Loyal
name?
subjects.
In it, Rama.
Loyal Subjects. Jesus, where?
I don't know.
Every
British, you
time.
think we would know that name very well.
Loyal Subjects.
That box looks unreal, though, doesn't it? Or they all
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. They look fantastic.
Oh.
Yeah, they just look great. There's no other way of putting it. They look flipping ace.
Yeah.
Managed to, flipping there. Pete, hope you paid attention to that.
You think this is a way out of this, lads? We can leave Transformers, get rid of our collections, get right into Mask. Mask for sure.
There's a lot less stuff, I suppose, for Mask.
that one.
Only if they commit. Only if loyal subjects commit. Because we get the first couple of
Hello.
parts and then they're just going to disappear into the sunset.
And you've already sold your collection.
Yeah. And then
Anyway, we'll move on. Magic Square Toys, Lord of War, their masterpiece scale Bruticus.
Yes.
This is their update, where you see some pictures, and then it will go into pictures of their Tornado, which is their version of Vortex. And I think this looks nice, particularly if you like the cartoon style. Is this the one that we're doing different tests? Sorry,
Like when
go
you're
on, Paul.
watching the third party news, and it was, oh, the third party news is on, don't like that. Like when you see this, then you think, oh, that's nice. If I just collected shark, I'd still go, ooh, that's tasty.
Yeah, but you should. This is why nobody should be limiting themselves to this. or that
honestly
other,
don't
mate.
like
It looks
them.
good. It's not
But
for me
I
because
do.
I don't like the cartoon style.
But I like
Yeah.
Vortex there. I think Vortex looks amazing.
Yeah, I think Vortex looks better than the others. Not as simple as like you said,
Yeah.
the cartoon style. Vortex is a little bit like the Hasbro version's got a bit of something about him, bit of an edge. The others are quite toony.
And he looks awesome. If I had to choose a third party figure, it would be Vortex. He looks awesome in both modes.
I mean, if you had it like that as a display, is cool. And I don't like, as we've discussed, I'm not a big fan of alt modes. I'd display it like that.
wicked.
Chopper, get to
The
the
other three
chopper.
are excellent.
Very chopperish. And who
They're
doesn't
good
love a
value for
chopper?
money, I think they're good value for money.
Yeah.
How much would this set you back then?
£6. Really cheap. So cheap.
80. Yeah.
6. Oh,
Oh,
you
£6.
crazy gringo. Those two tea time pints are kicking in.
They are now, yeah. Second wind.
It is
Starting
a
to
very
cool
nice
down. Starting to cool down a little bit in Scotland, which is nice. My balls have unstuck themselves from my thigh. It's all going all right now.
That's always a good sign. Anyway, that's the only thing that ever puts me off is when like you see that. And I know it's just that
crunch.
pose, so you don't have to have it like that, but it's just a big gap. I know it's an ab crunch, but
Yeah.
it is just a big gap behind it. And that just
Do you know, I understand your dilemma because sometimes when I'm doing photos and you have that ab crunch, but then it looks like a gap, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know.
and we've got
He's
the,
going to be ginormous, though. I just don't know where he's going to go.
the eternal
What,
problem.
Paul's balls. I don't. What are you talking about?
As long as they
James
stay in
Gibson's one.
Scotland.
We all know where they're going.
James, in a future topic, if you guys are looking, top 5 third-party figures you enjoy transforming. There are loads of third-party figures I enjoy transforming, but good. I think we'll put that forward maybe next week.
I'm so relieved that this discussion topic wasn't sweaty balls and how to avoid them.
You're slightly
Anyway.
disappointed as well.
A little bit.
I'm not going to lie, but it's too hot today, and I think I'm about to break
Yeah.
down.
It is far too warm. Far too warm. Right, this is going back to this is Raymond Toys and their Agabus Botcon official 2025 exclusive Deep End. So this is Dead End, a Dead End mass crossover with Marissa Fairborn. Available for pre-order now. There it is. It's basically what was it called again? The white, was it shark or something? I can't remember. But it's that, and they've repainted it to look like Dead End, but called it Deep End. And chucked in a Marissa Fairborn figure. So,
do you think
Wow.
Raymond Toys are really annoyed at royal subjects now?
Loyal.
I don't know.
We've got no problems with the royal
Ramen.
subjects.
Royal subject. Maybe they
Ramen.
do. How do you know?
I don't think Ramen were official, were they? Ramen weren't official. I think these guys have got the license.
You mean loyal subjects have got the license, and this is unofficial.
Is that why they
So
don't give them
confusing.
bags?
No, what am I looking at? It's not even Transformers.
It's
for
royal
fuck's sake.
subjects, and it's loyal subjects, and it's masked, and it's
Swear.
sweaty balls.
Wait, is this
and-
Ramen?
Yeah, this is ramen.
Oh, right. So I don't think these have got the license.
Ramen.
I'll
James,
like
are
it,
you
ramming with you.
Sounds a bit rude. And that takes us on to this, which again is Ramen Toys, and again it was a Botcon thing. And this is Neon Megatank, which is G.I. Joe classified scale G2 Megatron. So not the 6-inch one. This is the 3 3/4-inch figures, isn't it? So this is to go with them, and this is a G2 Megatron crossover. Again, available for pre-order now. And it's very tanky.
Did they miss an
Are you sure?
opportunity? Not.
Are you sure
Sorry,
this
Jenny.
is 6-inch? Are you sure
That's
this
what
is a
all the
6-inch?
information that came from the official website said. Yes, it says G.I. Joe classified. Which size is classified?
6-inch. 6-inch.
Oh, that's 6-inch. Jesus, this thing's going to be massive then, isn't
It's
it?
big,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oof.
I can
Ooh.
read it. I know.
I mean, you're small, but I don't know. It's like when you see the clowns. You know when you
I
see the
just
clowns
need-
on like a little car.
A
Riding
couple
a
of weeks
tank.
of a strict diet and I'll be fine. Oh, well,
I don't think
roll,
it's
roll.
completely straight.
No.
Anyway, it looks quite cool. I do like.
It's
the
got a
G2
purple gun
guys.
like we all have, so that's cool.
Yeah, it won't transform, Jacob. It's not transforming.
No, it's not transformable. It's just a tank that looks a bit like G2 Megatron. And then it comes with
Megatron style helmet. You mean
who's that?
Ah,
Oh, it doesn't say who it is.
That's Mega
So-
Ron.
Mega Ron, yeah, that'd be a great name.
it's very stern looking.
Well, I mean, of course he is. He's like Megatronish. X-Transbots again. Big hi to X-Transbots.
Ooh.
Here's their version of Scrapper in Toy Deco, their masterpiece scale one from Weibo user TF Yuanwai. And yeah, looks very nice in robot mode. I'm sure it transforms perfectly fine with no risk of frustration, anger, or injury. Is anybody collecting these?
I'm getting them.
No.
I love the way you went, no,
What?
as Sam said, I'm getting them.
But they're staying in robot mode, so I don't need to care about transforming them.
Do they come in robot
And I
mode?
never-
then?
Luckily.
Ah, there you go. And there he is as a leg, should you ever want to put yourself through the pain. And as a front loader,
Very good.
and in a box. There we go.
The reviews
That's how
have
we
been.
like
The
those.
to be fair, the reviews have been really solid with the
They are good.
X
They're good.
Transports Constructicons.
There you go. Anyway, that was the blooming news.
Well, bloody hell. What did you pick up this week?
We now return to the Transformers.
Good news, Andy. I'm going first. That's right. Because you can't. Oh, I had a few bits. I didn't bring them. I took a photo of one of them. I'm display now. So there we go. You should be able to see that. That was me with Powermaster Prime, which I picked up this week. So thank you, Primetime Toys. Super excited to get him. There he is. Like, Lisa's trying to contain her excitement at getting it in the house. But he is nice. Don't know.
It's a butt coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's that nice. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's that nice.
Controversial.
I've not opened mine yet. I've been a bit worried.
He's good if you want the toy. Like he's almost like a missing link. Power Master Prime, and like I got him out of the box and just transformed him straight away. Like, and if you've transformed the G1, you don't need to know how to, like, even know how to. You just will be able to transform it. It's that simple. And when it's that simple, it's kind of like don't want it to be more complicated. But then you think, how much money's gone into this? Don't know. I like it. It's gone on the shelf. Still at the moment, I think Fans Hobby. I know it's over stylized. But next, and Fans Hobby's bigger than him. This one's probably smaller than I thought he was. Next to Fans Hobby dwarfs him a little bit, and yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure on that one. I want my Power Master Prime. If it's going to be, I don't know if it's Masterpiece scale though. It's MPG. I don't know if that counts as Masterpiece scale. It might not be.
It's supposed to be the new Masterpiece scale for at least from Takara.
He does scale pretty well. He's a bit smaller than Jetfire.
Yeah, actually, you can put him up next to, like, I do my Fans Toys, Headmasters and stuff. He's just a little bit shade taller than that, but with a smaller head.
Doesn't he have an issue with the stacks? A lot of people talk about putting the cab in and they can break the stacks quite easily, even if they're really careful.
What I've done is, like, just to make sure they didn't break, I closed my eyes when I forced it in, and then when it was done, I opened them up again. Fingers crossed.
Still talking about Prime.
A good technique.
I may or may not have broken one of my stacks. Because I'm never going to touch it ever again. So it doesn't matter.
That's the way to go, Pete.
When my one goes up, to be clear, when mine goes up for sale in 2 weeks, mine stacks fine. Like, you'll be able to yeah, and also bought Soundwave, he's in my suitcase in this hotel. So I took the box apart. I've carried him. I took him to Nottingham. I was going to build him there. I didn't. Put him back in the suitcase. Went home. Went to Dundee yesterday. I'm in Glasgow tonight. He's gone back in the suitcase. He's there. I've even got rid of the box. It's just all the frames. But yeah, a couple of other bits as well. But I'll wait till next week. Peter, what did you get?
So I got Soundwave as well, and not that I need to show you guys, but I just want to give you an example of what you get when you buy from AliExpress.
Oh no!
Look,
oh no!
They're genuine.
It's better than mine, actually. To be fair.
So basically, it flies to Heathrow
In a tumble dryer.
Yeah, they fly it to Heathrow and then kick it from Heathrow to Bracknell. And that's the state of it.
Oh, no.
And mine was quite well wrapped as well. That was the disappointing thing. It was crushed and it was wrapped in loads and loads of bubble wrap.
Yeah.
They really kicked it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, they don't charge you for postage and packaging, so what do you expect? I then got the latest Defender Wave. I won't show you everybody, but I did manage to get the Chase Grimlock,
Well done.
which
awesome.
If the wife was hoping for the Chase Soundwave, but obviously there was only ever going to be one winner. But that made it worthwhile. Hot Rod's quite cool. I also picked up the.
Oh, how did you get that?
Devastated. Sold a kidney. However, I picked that bad boy up. So I haven't put Devastated together yet, but I think I'm going to do a stop motion.
I am jealous of that.
I think it'll look quite cool.
I'm jealous of your physique as well, but I'm more jealous of you having that.
That was from Vinted, wasn't it?
It was from Vinted.
Don't tell everyone. I'm still searching Vinted.
They want lots of them. Just to be clear, I saw that.
No.
Yeah.
Literally none reasonably priced either. But got it. I was quite glad. I always miss out, and I was well behind the curve by the time I realised that Show Z had them on. So, you know, you pay secondary market prices, and you want it, you pay it.
Hopefully, they're going to be more available in a couple
of
months' time.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. And then, if I can,
I'm going to go to Hong Kong.
I was just saying that Damsay said well done on getting the Grimlock. He knows. Oh no, he didn't.
He's overjoyed here.
just bear me 2 seconds. I just want to get up some photos of Fans Hobby MB32 Armor
No.
Eagle.
While you're doing that, let's all recognise that Dan's very brave from the other end of a keyboard. Let's see if he.
I'll see you in August, Dan.
It's so funny if he just walks in and just knocks Pete out.
one shot.
Yeah.
No, that would not be funny.
Old Glassjaw Willis.
Oh, that's going to stick in it.
Pete, I
Paul,
would
could you
never,
share my
ever
photos,
let
please?
anyone touch you, I would take one myself. Name of your sex tape.
I was just going to say what we're talking about there.
So I've been really looking forward to receiving Fans Hobby Armor Eagle. It's their version of Metal Hawk from Master Force, and it's my first Fans Hobby bot. Exquisite, from box design to the design of the actual bot to the way they've come up with how to incorporate the Pretender stuff. It's just an exquisite toy. I mean, even look at the box. It's like something you'd see on a toy shelf in a toy shop. It's so, I don't know, it's so G1-esque. It genuinely is like it's from that era. You could imagine it being in Smith's or the Entertainer or Woolworths or whatever.
Woolworths. What store is that, Pete?
Going back to a better time. No, look, it's such an exceptional box design.
Yeah.
The colours pop so much.
Yeah.
The bot mode is like it's from the cartoon. I never watched Master Force, but you know, I was taking a look at some stills from the show in terms of how much of a likeness Fans Hobby had got to it. Exceptional likeness, exceptional. Such a good bot. The colours pop. The white is the photos don't really do it justice. The white really pops. The red, the blue, and this kind of yellowy gold. It's so striking in person. It's just they've done such a good job with it. Genuinely, love the head sculpt.
That's nice.
He had a role in IDW for a bit. They just seem to have captured the whole lot. They managed to get, you know, that G1 figure and the comic version all rolled into one. Just a mix with it. Really nice toy. Really impressed. If other Fans Hobby toys are like this, I'm all in. I really want to get the Dreadwind and Darkwing now.
Your sound seems to be breaking up, Pete.
Yeah.
Or is it just me?
Yeah, your
Is
sound's gone funny. Yeah,
Oh, it's back now. Yeah.
it's back now.
Okay. I might have nudged the microphone. Sorry.
Do you think it's the same
Yeah,
size?
just an
as
exceptional
Dreadwing
toy.
and Darkwing. He looks the same size.
It's hard to tell without seeing him.
I don't know. I think it's probably I think it's probably a little bit taller.
I just think when you said that, I thought, ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be a good little threesome on the shelf. Fans,
Yeah.
toys, Double Evil as well. The Overlord one, he looks nice. Would you get him?
Yeah, I could be all in if they're all like Metal Hawk. Where they have really excelled themselves though, and we kind of this could be when, you know, nature heals itself, where we've got a third party company copying a Hasbro character. Now Hasbro could copy what the third party guys have done, because this is the way to incorporate Pretenders into bots. The way
Yes.
the armor slots on around, you know, the bot. It's incredible. It's literally the legs and the wrists, like the wrist armor, just pop apart and they go on around the limbs. The knickers and his red chest just push on, and the helmet comes around the head as well, and it just makes it look like a completely
How good is the helmet? is the original bot? Is it painted? Is it just colored plastic or is it painted plastic?
It's coloured plastic.
Oh,
I
so
think.
you're not going to have to worry about any rub then, are you? So that's good.
No. To be fair, I probably won't mess about with it too much, but there was no concern. It slots in so nicely around it.
Eyes.
He was a bit of a lad in the cartoon by the looks of things, and they've captured him perfectly. Just such a good toy. I'm so impressed with it. And it was like 85 quid, 86 quid. And when you compare this, and it's really unfair, and I don't bash Hasbro Masterpiece because I've got so many of them, but when you look at what they're doing perhaps with Hauler now, and they're releasing them, and he's like 239 quid or whatever it is, or 229, and you compare that to this, and anyone that's got it will back me up. This is genuinely exquisite. It's so cool, and that's just me messing about with
That's brilliant.
That's awesome. Really good photos.
Lovely.
But if I can just show you the airplane mode. Yeah, the airplane mode's a bit. I can't swear, can I? The airplane mode is not a great airplane mode, but yes, you can see the body, but it all fits in quite nicely. The arms disappear. The transformation is quite clever, but not over engineered. It genuinely isn't. We've incorporated. So basically, this bit here slips off, and it's his gun in bot mode. But they've even got to a point where you slip the gun onto the plane. These are his feet. These red things here are his feet. You twist them, and they line up perfectly with they line up perfectly, like in these slots. Everything goes together well. There's nothing forced. Everything sits exactly where it needs to. It's such a good toy. I genuinely, hand on heart, I know we're only in June, but this is up there with bot of the year for me already. And you'll have to go some. I think
it's
value.
a good playing mode. And we've survived 8 base, so we're survivors, and so that's good.
But no, I can't recommend it enough. Value for money, excellent transformation, great lightness. It's just a beautiful toy. Just a beautiful toy.
Pete, I'm really happy for you. It's lovely when you get something like that. And I can't believe it's your first fan's hobby.
Yeah.
First of many. First of many.
Right.
Right.
Detenders.
Yeah. Anything else, Peter?
That's it for me. Thank you very much.
Sam, did you get anything from America?
I did quite a few bits, so I'll rattle through them. What we got? Let's start here. So, a friend of mine, Chris, who does as a diorama company, makes lots of good stuff. He 3D printed.
Oh wow,
that.
Awesome.
That's cool.
So that, that's pretty smart. So I need to do something with that and think where I'm going to display that. So that's great. So I really appreciate that. Right, what did I get? Sorry, there's a pile. I've got to find them. I got this from Michael Hill, which is the character Bible that the writers were sent before they started writing the G1 cartoon.
Huh?
So
Wow.
I got that and chatted to him quite a lot actually through the weekend. So he was at TF Nation last year, wasn't he? I believe.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy. So that was that. Let's drop everything. What's next? So the director Josh Cooley was at the show on the Saturday. So he'd done a signing. So that was a print he had, which is the digital art stuff. So I got that. Bumblebee man, I can't remember his surname. Dan
Gilvazan.
There you go. So he was there and got that. It was quite funny because they had the Roberson Bumblebee there, which he voiced, and that was the first time he'd seen it because he hasn't had his copy yet. So
was he impressed?
Yeah, he was loving it. So it was quite good seeing the voice play with the toy. So that was quite fun. I got John Bailey, who's the epic voice guy. who does the Soundwave voices in TF1, and he does honest trailers and things like that. So I just bought a print from him. I was quite looking forward to meeting him because I think his voiceovers are really good. And then I got him and Josh Cooley to sign I took that with me and got them both to sign that just because I thought I would.
Nice.
Nice.
That was it. There's some figures I won. So I won some TF1 Yellow Park, Bumblebee Prime and Megatron in a raffle.
Oh,
So
I
they should be
got
good.
Lucas
I won
there.
some
That's good fun.
Yeah. And I won some other ones which I'll talk about in a bit, just because we sold them. And then the last one, Last of the Seekers. Sorry, I'm bending down up on the floor. Last of the Seekers, do you know that? I don't know much about it.
No.
It's a comic book and a toy line, and the guy who was there, I was talking to him, and he very kindly gave me one of his figures, which I don't know much about yet, but
Oh, that's cool.
they look quite colourful
I
and
think
fun.
I've seen them before.
Yeah.
They're like almost like late G1 design aesthetic type bots.
They look quite fun, so I should play around with that. That was it. I was in London today at Jurassic World, so I went at Battersea. So I popped into the shop and bought the new comic and a new T-shirt as I was there. That's it. Thank you
Nice
for me.
hookups.
Yeah.
Lovely jubbly. Jamie, do you want to go next, sir?
Yeah.
Do you want me to share a screen?
Oh, not yet.
Okay.
I'll show the boxes sort of first there. So, I eventually got my Botcon sine wave, and I can tell you some postage really suck, but but yes, this looks pretty awesome, and so yes, I just look at the boxes like when you look at the sort of Pretender box Pete was showing, and it just looks awesome, so well designed, so colourful, so bright, so inviting. And then you look at the Botcon boxes, and they're the same. It's just so cool, and you want to look at it, you want to read it. I just think Hasbro kind of missed the trick with Age of Pines when it just doesn't seem to be in your face like it used to, like previous boxes had been before. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to building this bad boy and seeing what it's all about. And
James hates
also
Blockies.
this week,
Sorry, James.
Him and Mick will get on.
Is it a big box, isn't it?
yes, and it's heavy, but luckily enough, I'm good at holding big things in my hands, so I'm used to this. And yes, it's. Do you know what's when you get it? You just think to yourself, "Oh, it's quite small," and then you pick up, you go, "Well, they're packed that well." Obviously, Hasbro's trying to save in space there because it's quite dense, and obviously, I got out my Optimus Prime, and straight away I opened this bad boy. Now I've got to say, Hasbro, with Triptychon, with this, with the Star Convoy Optimus Prime, it's starting to be a bit of a trend with your big expensive flagship Transformers. All I've got to say is, obviously the design team realised this and made the screws really accessible and easy for even idiots like me who bled to death trying to change RC's backpack. So I was able to do this within about 40 minutes. Sanded the sort of grey part, which you need to do on both sides quite easily, and made it quite nice and smooth. And sometimes you think you've overdone it because it's really smooth, but once you put it back in and then you tighten up the chest, there's still plenty of friction there. In fact, you don't even need the friction, to be honest, in any of the sort of modes. So don't worry if you think you've overdone it. It's better to overdo it and underdo it. And hopefully we'll see if that works as a fix, and hopefully I won't get any sort of fractures or marks in that sort of like chest piece. But yes, time will tell. And obviously if something does happen, I will scream blue murder, so you will know. and some of the bots are good. I have no idea what these guys are called. I just got these toys because sometimes you just see Transformer toys, and although you don't know the characters, they just look fun, and I've had fun with this. I've been messing around. and just playing around with the characters. I have no idea who they are, and I think there's only about 5 or 6 characters from the new Hasbro like Legacy to do with them 2000. Was it Morven Meets the Eye 2001? So it's not like there's lots of characters.
RID.
Yeah,
robots in disguise. Yeah,
robots in disguise. Yeah. So there's not like there's lots of characters out there, but it's just there's few and far between. But I just think it's fun, and I think and normally with Haslab I get 2. You know, I want to have them in both forms. I only got this one, so I just want to have fun with it, and that's what I'm having. And by all respects, it looks like a fun, blocky, delightful toy, and cool. If you can share the pictures, Paul.
Jamie, sorry, one question on that. Do you know the fix that you did? Did you know, because it's not on everyone, is it? From what I understand, is there a way?
It's everyone. It's every single bot. All the advice is every single bot. I can put some YouTube links. I use 2 YouTube videos to have from 2 different guys how they did it.
Yeah.
So it takes you through it. It's cool. The best thing I did is either use boxes or use little plastic envelopes to put the screws in there, because at the second stage the screws are different sizes, so you want to know which is where, which goes which, and that's the only complicated bit you need to do. Is you just need to mark which is which, and you should be fine. It really is nice and simple. Both videos tell you to do this as well, and and we'll take you through the steps to hold your hand. I mean, they hold your hand because I'm not dead. I've not bled to death on the kitchen floor. I managed to change this and survive unscathed. I'm within 40 minutes. So it's perfectly safe to do. Triptychon, that's a different matter. That nearly killed me fixing Triptychon. That was like a workout. But yeah. So there's Omega Supreme box, Omega Prime box. And yes, nice, bright, colourful box. Not much of a magic like the other Haslabs have been prior, but everything is really packed well. And you get this idea that they want to make sure nothing's damaged. Now Triptychon, I couldn't get that tabbed in. The right side of Triptychon couldn't get tabbed in. Now you obviously look at me and you think to yourself, that's a muscular man. He's quite robust. And no matter how much I tried squeezing it, I couldn't get it to just, connect. And then I was trying all sort of things, like, how you look at the forums and someone says, oh, you've just got to align it correctly. Get stuff. You and your bloody alignment rubbish. It just wasn't working. So I had a look around at the figure, and because of my exceptionally keen eyesight, I noticed, it's got screws on the other side. And I can tell you, even with a small Phillips screwdriver, it's really hard to get in there because the angle is really hard. So you really want an L-shaped screwdriver if anyone else has this problem. And that would probably make it much easier. You kind of use it more like a wrench. So because I really couldn't get the screws well, I ended up just getting a screwdriver and just pushing the whole thing in. And what that does is it pushes the tab out more. So then the connector will connect with the tab properly. Because the trouble is, because it's not been tightened properly, the tab doesn't go out that well. So that's why some people are having connection issues. So in this case, size does matter, or length does matter. And then it connected beautifully. And I'd done this about maybe 1 o'clock, and obviously I had to wake up Mainline, who's had a terrible time trying to sleep for the last 2 weeks. So she was really joyous. And I told her, I have fixed Triptychon, I fixed them, but it took me ages. It was just like so annoying, trying to get it aligned and stuff. I've actually got some more photos to show. I stopped too early. I'll share screen again.
You finished prematurely again. Must be your age, Jamie.
I stopped too early.
You may have the hands to handle the size, but you haven't got the size to handle the time.
It just means you can start again. Most people might only, once
Yeah, when I
or
was
twice.
14.
Yeah.
It's like 6 times for me in a night. But yeah, so there's Action Edition, Round Wave. I know you're crying, Andy. You're thinking
Medical issues.
Yeah, not even a year.
yeah. Only one of them sex related.
Oh, dear. I was going to say, the only way he's up 6 times in a night is for a piss. Anyway. Oh, dear.
Look at this gorgeous face. I refuse to accept this middle-aged life you guys live by.
But we're still middle-aged.
Not me. I don't know. I mean, older than you, but me, Lynn still looks as though she's 30, so I'm happy. You know, that's it. My life is complete. That and having Soundwave Action Edition. Life doesn't get any better. But yes, I'll be transforming that bad boy this weekend.
I can't wait to put them together. I've opened the box up, and there's loads of bits. I just think like when I built Mega Prime, the action, like he was better than any Gundam I built. He was better than any blockies I'd built before. He was better than any classic class. It was so satisfying building him. And now Soundwave, I don't know why, but for some reason Soundwave in my head is going to be the most satisfying build as well. Plus all the little.
Do you know what I'm
extra
looking
tapes.
forward to? I'm
fun.
looking forward to Super Action Edition Triptychon. That'll be one heck of a model kit.
Titans. Have you built
That's
it,
how-
yours, Sam?
Sorry, mate.
Have you built your one? Oh, so I've seen the photos.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course
I was
you
going
have.
to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
he's posted
It
photos.
did fall apart when I finished it. One bit on the chest fell apart, so I had to take it apart. That was quite dicey. Trying to take bits apart and then put them back. That was a little bit nerve-wracking, but that was my own fault.
What was that
What did you do
program?
wrong? What did you...
There's 2 little tab bits that go into the chest. One I just hadn't put in full enough, properly, and clipped it in, and it just popped out.
Yeah, you got to fully get in there, Sam. Fully
Right.
insert it.
I know now.
What was the
Not
Channel 4
halfway.
program where they filmed you giving birth? Was it one born every minute or something? Can you remember that? And it's really popular, but it's really group. Like they should do that, but with blockies and like
One blocky
just-
built every minute.
yeah, and it just follows like the drama of it. Like
Could you imagine you should do a voiceover? Oh, dearie, Sam's not put this together well.
yeah.
What will you do now, Sam?
Gonna regret that later. Yeah.
You get an interview and say, well, I'm going to have to.
Andy, I know
Yeah.
it's hot, but can you tell us what you've got?
Oh, dear.
No, it's too hot. I've decided it's too hot. Let's just all go home. Oh, it's too hot for this. So I got my Triptychon, the improved colors version. That's what I'm
Nice.
calling it anyway. And my Vector Prime collection is near to completion because I got the Galaxy Force release of the figure, the original Vector Prime figure. Yeah, so that came in. Very, very happy to have picked that up, and not for the terrible price it could have been. And the other thing that I got from Moth at Primetime Toys was Vincoro. Anyway, it's basically their oversized knockoff Shattered Glass Jetfire, based off the original Hasbro mold, Fire of the Sky deformation model. I always love it when they call it that. And it is immense. If anybody's got the original toy, it's basically the original toy, but just bigger and with a bit more die cast and stuff in it. But like everything else is similar. I'd actually say there's some things they've improved on it, because like My Siege Jetfire, he doesn't hold his gun completely securely. Like it's not going to fall out, but it's a bit loose, so you can like easily knock it. And that little things like that bug the hell out of me. With this guy, no, you once it's in there securely. And yeah, he's just I love. Did the original have that much of a pissed off looking face? Because he looks angry. He just looks like.
I don't know if the Shattered Glass. I've got both the Shattered Glass version and Jetfire, but I don't remember the face sculpt being that awesome.
Well, neither do I. So that's why it was always kind of puzzling to me when I was looking at it and thinking, is this what I remember? But I didn't have the Shattered Glass version, so I wondered if the Shattered Glass version was actually like this. But it's great. It's a big, beefy, hella beefy bot. And sorry, I just snapped some very quick photos because I thought I'd show off. I haven't transformed him yet, but the actual robot mode, god damn it, it is a thing of beauty. The colors and everything. Personally, I'm of the double-barreled blaster persuasion. I'm not a fan of the two singular ones. I like it as that.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Good. It's the sensible way for a better Britain. And this is James. You can get it from primetimetoys.com. Is it .com? .co.uk? I always forget.
I'll find out. I'll get the link. I will get the link. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you. Do that. It is well worth picking up. It comes with basically all the same stuff like your Siege Jetfire and your Shattered Glass Jetfire originally came with in terms of the like accessories. But dear God, it is just excellent. It comes with the chest piece, and inside the chest piece is the mask. And you take the mask off and you slap it on, and you get the armored up version of it. And yeah, it's just beautiful. The head sculpt, the colors. I love the colors on it. And of course, it's got lights up. So it's got the light up eyes.
That's quality.
Yeah. He's so solid. Just like the original Siege Jetfire. It's like the quality of that, but bigger and slightly better.
Did you have to put the battery in, or did they?
No, you see, I wondered that because I got the instructions out, and straight on the instructions, the first thing I clocked was there was a thing about putting in a battery, and I'm like, I'm not using the instructions, and I'm not bothering with the battery. I don't normally put batteries in these things because it's a pain in the ass to have to keep taking the batteries out so it doesn't corrode. But then it was when I was messing around with him, and I touched the back of his head where the button is, and his eyes lit up, and I went, hey, that's a nice surprise. There you can see the size difference. So obviously,
he's a lot bigger, isn't he?
Yeah, he big. Yeah, big boy. I could have put him in actually for our foreplay coming
cast. Yeah.
Yeah, he's certainly and I just really like him. Now I prefer it without the big chest piece because I always think the chest piece slightly obscures, as it did with Siege Jetfire, slightly obscures his face. But that's a personal choice. Obviously, it lights up. The eyes light up when he's in that. He looks even angrier there. He really does. But this is well worth picking up. If you missed out like I did on the Shattered Glass official Hasbro Jetfire, and you don't want to pay the secondary prices that I've seen that are £120 upwards, then I think this is on Primetime Toys. This is $99.99, I want to say, and it's
I can
bigger.
tell you that as well. It is exactly $89.99. £89.
Even better.
I will stick
cheaper.
the link into the comments. I'll start the link already into comments, but I'll stick it into the show notes.
Marv, you're underselling it.
You can see it in the thing. But we're not sponsored by Primetime Toys, but we just really like Moff. He's just a good guy.
Moff, you're selling it too cheap. Stick another tenner on there. I said, no, I'm joking. Yeah, $89.99. To be honest, that's basically the price of the original one, which is ridiculous for this. So, yes. So, yeah, there's not much more to say. Just a great bot, really good fun. And if you've got the space for it, well worth it. And the only other thing that came in, which I pre-ordered so long ago that I thought they'd never arrive, was I got my Constructicons. I got the good one, Scrapper, and then this, Kevin. I'm going to call him Kevin from that. That is going to be his name. I got Kevin, the Constructicon. Hello, I'm Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
I mean, he makes me look athletic. That's how bad this thing. But the thing is, there's something about it that's so daft that actually you kind of like him. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm not saying he's good.
A spell on you.
I'm not saying he's good.
Hallucinogens in the plastic or something.
Oh, that's the shit. Anyway, no, I don't know. It could be. Obviously, Scrapper is the good one of the two. But then
he just looks like he's going to the end of his HR career, doesn't he?
It looks like he's given up on life mostly. It's like he was thinking about working out, got so far into it, just went nah. Same. Anyway, they're both worth picking up, and the most annoying thing, of course, is you got to get them both. You can't just go, oh, that one. You can't go, oh, I don't want him, he's a bit rubbish. Because without him, you can't form Devastator. So it's a mute point whether he's any good, because you got to get him if you want to make
got you.
Yeah.
God damn you, Hasbro!
it starts to be understandable now when you see Devastator and he's missing a limb. You can almost appreciate why they went to that length.
Yeah, if you're going to get rid of a limb, chop Bone Crusher off. No, but he's kind of fun in a daft way. I find his arms are like he's got little stumpy arms. Can you see how stumpy they are? He's like, it's not the full arm, but like he's below the elbow. It just looks.
And do you see my point about they could have made it his waist rotate, and it's like it was designed to do it, and then they went, nah, we're not doing that. We're not going to make it good.
All you get is just like and you break him in half. Look, you've got to get it, and because without it you can't do Devastator. But if you said to me, hey, would you recommend buying that toy? No, but you've got to. So why ask? Just buy the damn thing and stop moaning about it, for God's sake. I also noticed he's sold out in lots of places now. I think the only one that I saw that other than pre-orders still had it was Hasbro Pulse.
1,000 screams in the force.
We genuinely are part of a cult, aren't we? Because the three of us have said how bad it is, and we've still bought it. Hasbro's still taking our money.
The thing is, right?
Sold out.
The thing is, we obviously pre-ordered it before we knew. I mean, we saw the pictures. Let's be fair.
Agreed.
But like even then, I saw all the reviews. I listened to everybody else, one of my friends who all got it before I did, and I was still like, well, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be good. It might be good. It's not good. But he's here, and there's probably other Transformers I have in my collection that aren't that good. So just move on before I cry.
Right, okay, let's move on. So we're going to do top 5 now, top 5 Titans, top 5 biggest Transformers ever. But later on, we're going to touch base with Sam, who's going to take us through what happened at Botcon, which I'm super excited about because I would love to go there. I think me and Jamie have been planning to go for many, many years, and one year we will. We've also got Geoff Senior, so we're going to talk about him, the legendary artist. We've got some lovely, lovely pictures of his to show you. Plus, Andy has a very exclusive quiz. If you want to try and challenge current champions, Jamie and Paul. It was a draw last week. Let's see if you can defy my mighty Transformers brain. But before we do all that, it's foreplay. Internet's lagging.
Lynn, these are sex people.
What do you mean?
They're sex swappers. Lynn, this is DEFCON 1. Look. Look. Don't make the same noise as them. Don't think you want to join in.
It's lagging. It's a little bit broken up, but I'll still try my best to host the show. Tonight, we're going to talk about our top 5 biggest Transformers. It could be a Titan, it could be a third party. I think the key was it just needs to be a big bot. Who are your favorite big bots? If you don't mind, I'll go first. I'll kick this off with my choice because I will get my media ready. So the one I went for was probably my first big bot of the second time I was collecting. So I know I'm not going to say, but I know a lot of you are going to go through your big bot when you were a kid, and understandably so, I go for that. But this was a big bot when I got back into Transformers. But I also had a little sidekick who really liked Transformers at the same time. So we start off with this photo. This is Lucas, aged, I think he was 2 at the time. Look at him, his little snuggly wuggly. And you can see there, like his start of his Transformers collection. That, of course, is Titan's Return Fort Max. And when I ordered him, I ordered an SDCC one, came in that lovely box with the panel, the plastic panel, and the massive sword. He was center of my collection as well. He just echoed everything I loved about Metroplex with the extra base bits, the bits you could drive into, you could turn into a base. But also that I hadn't really had anything like that before. We had Titans Generations Metroplex, didn't we? But I'd missed him. He wasn't something I was aware of. Fort Max though was something I was very aware of, and I could not believe I could get him. It was super exciting, and I still remember to the day the box turning up and like Lisa going, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "It's a Transformer. They make Transformers this big now. Would you believe it?" And his bloody head's a Transformer, and the head of the head is also a Transformer. It was like just something beautiful that I could never imagine. I loved it, and all the hands were really articulate. He's such a giant of a bot. If you've got Fort Max, Titan's Return, he's epic in every single way. Even the box is absolutely huge. I've got another photo, I think. So a couple of years later, there we go. So Luke's used to like, not that I influenced him at all, but he liked dressing up as Star Wars and playing with Transformers and playing with Lego and video games. And by coincidence, they're 4 things that I love as well. So, Lucas, apologies if I pushed you down the wrong route. But he was dressed up as a First Order Star Trooper, Captain Plasma, I think. Phasma. He's dressed up there. You can see on the floor. Is it Phasma? Yeah, I think it's Phasma. So we've got Fort Max, Trip. What a bot he was. Like you see in there, just by the TV, there's Sky Shadow as well. Getting in there. And and this is the time where he's upgraded. Now, this changed him and Elliot's life because we upgraded all his one-step Transformers to Warrior Class 2015 RID, which, if you know, has superb articulation. And he learned the word articulation by the age of 3. And so then everything has to have articulation after that, which is why I have like 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and 9-year-olds now who collect fucking SH figure arts because anything else just doesn't have the articulation to satisfy them. I'm not joking at all. They have in-box SH figure arts because they love the articulation. Yeah, I've started them well, Sam. I've started them well.
You should be proud of yourself.
To their future wives, I'm so sorry. I've just kept the horror show going. Kept the horror show going. But that was it. It was Fort Max. When he came out as a Titan's Return, it was amazing Transformer. Andy, take us around the block with your choice. Do you want me to add the picture?
If you don't mind. So I decided this wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be because, like, automatically I'd just say Scorponok, like behind me, but he is great. I think there's been Titans that have been more fun, that are still big, and I'm going to go with Tidal Wave, which is just a big, fun Titan. I really like Tidal Wave from Armada, so most people who watch this know that I have a soft spot for the Unicron trilogy. I loved the colours of this because this is the the cartoon colours than the toy colours. I know a lot of people moan about that and say they wanted it in the toy colours, but then I was listening to or watching Aaron Archer's podcast where he was talking about the development of the original Tidal Wave toy, and he pointed out the reason why the colours are different from the cartoon to what in the West we got as a Tidal Wave toy was because there was already a purple Transformer, and Hasbro said, well, we don't want 2 in the same line, so you have to change the colours of Tidal Wave. So it should have been these colours in the first place. The head sculpt I absolutely love. I can't believe he's got a mustache on there. Always like he has and a beard in like uniform style. We've got hitting guns. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Sorry, Andy, I think we just lost the audio a little bit.
No,
a little bit underwater. You were saying something about CJ Face being absolute dirt.
CJ Face, the greatest figure of all. Should have done that one. I was actually talking about Tidal Wave's titty guns, but there you go. It's a similar.
You're back now.
Yeah, similar thing. Yeah, he's just great. He's posable. He's fun. He comes with the Dark Fleet, which is his 3 little boat type modes. There's Boaty McBoatface, Chippy McShipface, and of course that thing. So he's well worth picking up if you haven't picked him up, especially if you can get him on discount. And the actual giant, I can't remember what they call this. Somebody in the chat, remind me what's the name of the actual combined mode, because it has a proper name. I always love this because of the game. Do you remember the Transformers game from the early 2000s on PS2? I think it was. I loved that game. I literally borrowed my brother's PS2 at the time because I bought the game and didn't own a PS2 and I couldn't afford to buy one myself because I was a poor student type person. And he lent me his PlayStation 2 just for a week so I could play the game. I had that
Armada.
PlayStation 2 for about 3 years. It wasn't called Armada. That's the thing. The game wasn't called Transformers Armada. It was based on
Transformers.
It was just called Transformers, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. I absolutely loved the battle, the boss battle. And then this, just so you get an idea of the size of it, that's my, as was then 8-year-old daughter sat in the background there. And that's how big the actual boat is. Yeah, she's 6'3.5" actually. Plus, you can do this, so it makes it look like he's trying to remember if he's left the gas on. And yeah, just generally, he's just a really, really great bot. I just love it. I just think it's fun, and I think with like the bits you can do with him, I know the others have base modes and stuff, but with this, like the base modes, how much do you really play with the base modes? I know you can put smaller transformers on there sometimes, but that's more as a background. Whereas him, like that big ship mode, is just absolutely awesome. Dark Fleet was the bits separately down. Oh, there's a name for the combined thing. Oh, yeah, I'll find it anyway. I'll TF wiki it at some point.
All right, cool. Talking about absolute units, Pete, who is your choice?
My choice would be. I'm trying to go in on Unicron so I don't have to move him because he's a bit of a unit. So for me, it would be Haslab Unicron because
it's behind you.
Yes, convenience was one of the factors. Convenience was one of the factors, Andrew. Thank you. I don't think.
Oh yeah,
he's a hidden gem. I don't think we'll never see anything like Unicron again. I don't think, in terms of the scale, it was quite a pioneer. Obviously, the engineering we see now with a lot of the smaller bots, other Haslabs, and the Deluxes and the Voyagers we're seeing is probably quite similar to Unicron, but nothing on the scale of Unicron. It's such a centerpiece. It's such a, I don't know, I want to say beast. You know, it was a two-man job transforming him because I didn't want to get it wrong and I didn't want to break it because of the investment, you know, in it. But it's such an imposing figure and it dominates my collection, and it would always be the bot that I saved in a fire because I genuinely don't think we'll see anything of the like again.
No.
Pete, you know, you said it was a two-man job to transform it.
Yes.
Which two men did you get in to do that then?
I basically I went on Craigslist. No, I for it where it's such a cool thing. It like this is my workstation, so when I'm on calls, people see Unicron, and it's such a conversation piece because it's just such a behemoth. And yeah, I love it. Yeah,
it's cool.
And I'll never ever be able to get rid of it because I'll regret it as soon as I do it, and I'm not willing to pay the prices that they go for now.
Why don't you transform it now?
Yeah.
Huh?
Why don't you transform it now, Pete? Live on air.
Because it's 31.2 degrees.
Die.
I'm not doing anything. I'm sweating listening.
He'd done the marathon, but that's a step too far.
Yeah. No.
That's fair enough.
What about £4,000? Someone said £4,000. Would you say that?
the next.
I mean, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't say I would never sell it. The price is right.
All right, cool. Jamie, should we go to you next?
Yeah, don't share the screen yet. I forgot to
sorry.
mention. I forgot to mention. I got KO Studio Series 86 Nemesis Optimus Prime. And
did you?
Yeah, and so I'm unwrapping it right now. It's in bubble wrap, which has not been taped. Noted AliExpress.
Fair party shit.
Yeah, and some stuff's dropped out already. Just be a second.
Don't put your back out.
Yeah, everyone's nearly fell.
That out nicely, Jamie.
No, I'll edit that later. So
I'll
I've got
put
a
it
nice
back
red axe. You will, you little sod.
I had a slight fear you were just going to moon the screen when you went down there and just say third party.
This looks like it's a crossover with Love Honey. I'm not sure what this add-on is. Maybe I'll give this to Pete. Spice his life up a bit. Comes with a gun. Comes with a matrix. You don't need to thank me, Pete, with mates. And
Is this your
there he
favourite
comes,
Titan?
And here we come. God, you're such a bitch, aren't you?
I'm just asking.
I can tell you, mates. Closely.
Not editing that bit out. and there's Nemesis fine Keo. And you know, Magnifying glass. Yeah, he looks really good.
I'm glad that we can watch you off screen. That's great television.
I had to inspect that. I just, you know, it's
We all hope you were looking at the toy.
Yeah, so there
You
we
can't go wrong
Nemesis
with a
fine.
Black Titan, Lee. Except
But
this
yes,
is not that.
sheer Metroplex.
Before I do that, I just say to Toy Slice, Dave, I am not in the Big Brother chair. This is just the chairs they give you in Holiday Inn Expresses. Good chairs, though. I can't stop doing that. I will share your screen, and then I'll do this.
Oh dear.
So my choice is G1 Metroplex. I still remember as a kid getting this at Christmas, and it was truly an epic toy to be told.
Are you still looking at the Black Prime?
I'm trying to pack it away without.
You were a little bit, weren't you? Come on, put him down. You were like, it was a great Christmas when I got G1 Metroplex.
Really?
Right, let's go again.
G1 Metroplex.
Energy.
As you can see, he's just a dog's bollocks, isn't he? He's just an awesome imposing figure. He looks like a robot. That silver shiny face, it just reflects and dazzles. It's just amazing to have. Just an amazing toy. And it was maybe the first time when you got the Titans of old, when you actually did like the base mode. The base mode was cool. The mini-bot seemed to work on it quite well. Later on, when the Micromasters hit, suddenly, you know, the Micromasters were sorted because they had an epic action base with a helipad. And I don't know you, but if a Titan doesn't have a helipad in his city mode, is he even a city? I just don't think he is. And he had ramps, he had computer layouts, he had missile launchers. There was all these little cool stuff, which I think the new generation of Hasbro toys just seem to miss out on all those sort of hidden little joys. Apart from I think Fortress Maximus might have been the closest. Scorpionox was kind of getting there. You just thought, you know, Hasbro, you know, 2020, you'd be thinking, oh, wonderful. What secrets were they having? No Titans, and then you'd get them and you go, nothing apart from Chipticon. The only secret there is you have to screw in his freaking shoulder properly. Yeah, thank you, Hasbro. So when you have to go back about almost 4 decades when they did Titans right, and it was a playset. Its gimmick wasn't just its size. Its gimmick was what it can turn into, what it could be. And you didn't need much of an imagination because it looked the part. These days, Hasbro's kind of hoping you've been in a car accident just so you can look at one of their toys and realise it's meant to be a base. You know, and then if you're not, maybe they'll put you in another car accident until it looks like a base. You know? So for me, G1 Metroplex is a big bot, and I cannot tell a lie.
A big hello to all our
Nemesis
recovering
fine.
and rehabilitating
Love you, Hasbro. If you ever want me to do your toy photography, I will retract any negative comments.
Oh, dear me.
Classic choice. Sam, come on, round us off.
How to
Finish
follow
off.
that. So that was one of my other thoughts was that one. The other one, I don't know if this will work, so forgive me if this will not. Oh, it won't. There you go. You can just about see him up there. Which is Fans Toys Omega Supreme, and I think that's one of my favourite ones. I think it goes back to the originals. I don't think. Well, I certainly didn't have it. Did we get Omega Supreme here? Was that released as a G1 toy? in the 80s over here?
Ooh, that's
I'm
a
not
good
sure,
question.
actually.
I didn't see any as a
Grandstand.
kid.
No. So I think that was another one as another figure. Again, we couldn't get it. And when it was in the cartoon, it was great, and you wanted it and couldn't. And I think when this thing came out, they released it in 2 parts. I seem to remember. It's just brilliant. It just looks cool. It's a bit clunky and a bit top heavy in parts, but it's just a really good one. And I think it just harks back to the love of the character in the cartoon and that lack of being able to have that toy. Similar to kind of like the Swoop, and for me, just why Jetfire I like, because I never had it as a toy, so that's similar to this. So yeah, I think that's my favorite one. Yeah, I would have tried to get it down, but if it falls on me, I'm in trouble. So I didn't want to try and climb up on a stool to get it down. Yeah, you'd be wondering why I was late. I'm just in a puddle on the floor.
I got Guardian.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
No, I was just gonna say I got Guardian. The was it Kingdom version of Omega Supreme? Oh, that transformation is so lovely, and it's such a plaything. Like my kids love it, taking it apart, putting the tracks together. It slots in. So the satisfaction of putting him in together, and the chest bit and the wings and his little arms. Oh, really, really good. He's a very satisfying robot to transform as a Titan. When you think of the complication of like transforming, I don't know, Tripticon into a spaceship mode, like there's none of that with Guardian, which I assume is the same for Captain Grandstand.
I think the Metroplex, the G1 Metroplex. Every time you see a picture of that, it just looks great, and that invokes so many memories. That one, so, yeah.
There's one I don't know, Sam, you might have it. The Lewin Titan Metroplex, the one which is massive, which is like $1.5 grand. Very tall. $1.5 grand.
Not as cuddly though. Not as cuddly though, Sam.
You're worth more than $1.5 grand.
I always said, I remember saying this a while back, if they ever made toys of my size of me, I'm out. So I'm very tempted now to go, this is gone too far. I'm out.
I would want that. It would be cool.
I will be a headmaster and nothing else.
Right, should we do a bloody quiz?
Oh God.
I can feel the enthusiasm in the room.
Oh, this would be. I'll get 0.
That's the spirit.
You'll find that's my role, Sam.
Oh no, trust me. I bet I could get -.
Right, let's do a quiz. Time for the intro.
Thanks, Tom.
Right. Oh, you've gone funny.
Tom, it's quiz time.
Yeah, it is. Let's find out who is the Vector Sigma of the group. Last week's winners, joint co-winners, or neither one, and they both lost, is Jamie and Paul. There you go. Paul's flexing already.
Yeah.
Will it be the same again? Who knows? So, usual rules, you have to close down, switch off anything that shows you what's happening in the live chat, and we are trusting you are doing that, Pete, you cheeky grinner. I'm joking. I trust Pete. Not sure about everybody, but I trust Pete.
Can you exit? I'm going to leave you on.
Answers need to be put into the private chat, which you can find at the side of StreamYard. So if you're on full screen, just come out of that and click on private chat. As usual, fastest to reply with the correct answer will be the winner of the round and get that point. Okay. The argument that people who type faster have an advantage, well, that's Usain Bolt had an advantage too, but they didn't stop him sprinting. So let's just get on with it. I think we've been over everything else, haven't we? 5 questions. I actually have 7 questions. I've got 2 tiebreakers. We might just use them all just for a laugh.
Have these been fact-checked, these questions, Andy?
These are all from TF Wiki. So, as last week, please direct any and all complaints to tfwiki at idon'tgiveacrap.com. So, yeah, go and moan at them if you disagree with anything. And as always, of course, chat. Join in. I mean, we can't see it, but obviously for yourself, you'll know how you do. So you can keep count of your points and decide whether you defeat these wonderful human beings you see before us. Right, are we ready? Are we all feeling ready?
Yeah.
I say the question 2 times, but you obviously can start typing your answer the moment you think you know it. That's the speed part of it. So listen carefully, and hopefully the Wi-Fi will hold up enough for this. I'm going to move closer to the mic. Can you hear me all right? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes, Andy.
Sensual.
Sounds really sensual.
Anyway, let's
Can you always do it like that?
I did myself then. Right, okay, here we go.
I'm gonna end up jacking
Anyway,
off.
here we go. Here we go. No, seriously, don't make me laugh because I won't be able to do the questions. Okay, here we go. Jamie, you okay? I've not heard you say anything for a few minutes. Right, you are with us.
He's
Good.
ready.
It's
Richard.
almost like Jamie's taking this really seriously. Here we
How many
go.
windows has he got open?
He's got everything open right now. He's on the
Okay,
wiki.
Gemini.
Number 1. He's muted, so we can ask. Right, number 1. In the IDW continuity, just to be clear, we've all clarified you have to put your answers in the private chat, right? Yeah, we're all ready for that? Good.
Yeah.
Right. Number 1. In the IDW continuity, what was Chrome Dome's original name? Was it A, Fulcrum, B, Clench, C, Tumbler, or D, Flash? So, in the IDW continuity, what was Chrome Dome's original name? A, Fulcrum, B, Clench, C, Tumbler, or D, Flash? Because I said Flash, you see. Right. Everybody's put an answer. Yes, 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 and yes. Right. Okay. The correct answer was C, Tumbler. And the first person to get their answer in was Paul by a fraction of a second. So, Paul, you lead 1-0. And let's stop there. No, let's carry on. Number 2. Question number 2.
Yes, I know the most.
Question number 2. I can't believe the person who admits themselves they've probably got the least Transformer knowledge. It does so
I
well
guessed
at this
that.
quiz.
I pressed C before you answered the question.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Just keep going with that. It might work for you. Question number 2. Although G1 Cloudburst never appears in an actual episode of the Transformers cartoon, he can be seen in the title sequence for season 5, the one with the animatronic Optimus Prime. Alongside which other 2 pretenders? A, Landmine and Bombburst. B, Landmine and Wave Rider. C, Bombburst and Submarauder. Or D, Wave Rider and Skullgrin. So again, although Cloudburst never appears in the original cartoon series of Transformers in the West, he can be seen in the title sequence for season 5, alongside which other 2 pretenders? A, Landmine and Bombburst. B, Landmine and Wave Rider. C, Bombburst and Submarauder. And D, Wave Rider and Skullgrin.
All the chat saying Tumblr. So we've got Charlie saying Tumblr, Bumblejumper saying Tumblr, Mick saying Tumblr.
That was the last question.
Yes. Fair.
Right.
Toy said, sausage and biscuit.
They're my favourites. What a combination. Right. Sorry, what were we on? Question number 2. Yes. So the answer was, Jamie, you went for A. Pete went for B. Paul went for A as well. And Sam went for C. The correct answer was B. So well done to Pete.
Pete.
Who gets the point on that one? It was Landmine and Wave Rider. Right. We'll move on to the next question. Number 3. Right. No, we all know that old melt G1 Scrounge. We all know that old melt G1 Scrounge, rather. But in the IDW continuity, which Cybertronian colony planet was he from? So was it A, Velocitron, B, Gigantian, C, Paradron, or D, Earth? So G1 Scrounge came from a Cybertronian colony in the IDW continuity. Which colony did he come from? A, Velocitron, B, Gigantian, C, Paradron, or D, Earth? I have to look at the time you put your answers in now because I'm not paying full attention. Right, have we all put an answer?
Twist like said king on.
Right, so the correct answer was A. Jamie, are your answer just appeared?
The AI took a while to filter the answer.
Google was going slow. Hey, so Pete, you now lead 2 points to 1 to 0-0. Well done. Let's go on to question number 4. What is the name of the encyclopedic examination of the entire Transformers animated storyline universe in book form? Is it A, the Allspark Encyclopedia, B, the Allspark Covenant, or C, the Allspark Almanac?
Peter's confident. Andy, you put B.
Yeah, I'm trying to split. I'm trying to split up so I know which answers for which questions. Sorry, I tried to get in there before anybody put an answer, and I think I just did on my screen at least. But for some reason, the only keys I hit was BJ.
BJ.
We'll get into what that is later. Anyway, right, I've got an answer from Paul,
first.
Sam, Jamie. Have you answered as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. I've got Paul, Pete, Sam, and Jamie. So everybody's answered. So the correct answer is C, the Allspark Almanac, which means Pete, you got that one right to give you a 3-1 lead with kind of only one question, but we could just chuck in the extra ones just to see if somebody can catch up with him and make him go. No. All right, then. Apparently he'll get angry. Look at the anger. Well, I know. Hang on. I know how much you all love the movieverse and Bayverse, so I've chosen a really random question from there for question number 5. If any of you know this, well done. I think this will be Guess City. Question number 5. Recluse is a Decepticon from the Revenge of the Fallen portion of the live-action film continuity. What is his alt mode? Is it A, a crane, B, a pickup truck, C, a sports car, or D, a jet? So Recluse is a Decepticon from the Revenge of the Fallen portion of the live-action continuity family. What is his alt mode? A, a crane, B, a pickup truck, C, a sports car, or D, a jet? I mean, I wouldn't have known this one if I hadn't looked it up on TF Wiki, obviously. I think that goes without saying. Ooh, Sam, you're in there with a jar of Marmite. That's so close, but not quite there. So the correct answer was C, a sports car. He actually turned into an Audi R8, and the only toy of them, I think, was like one of those little pullback cars. So Jamie, you get the point on that one, which makes it 3-1. That is our last official question, which means that our winner today is Pete. So derided last week, smashing it this week. What can you say?
Only
you want to do the 2 extra
IDW.
questions? Do you want to do the 2 extra questions just for a laugh and to see if Sam can get a point?
No, I'm all right, mate. Thanks.
Put me out.
Come
on, let's do the 2 questions. Let's finish it off.
We'll do them really
The
quick.
chat wants it. The chat wants it.
And again, I'll just break
Pete's
your
the
answers.
winner, though.
Here we go. He is the winner. But let's see if some of you can get a moral victory. Right. Robots in Disguise 2015 Grimlock is well known, but what was his Japanese Adventures Minicon partner called? Was it A, Volcano, B, Storm, or C, Magma? They're not supposed to be easy. It would be boring if they were easy.
Ridiculously hard, though. You're not Chris McFeely.
I'm chasing down McFeely
What is
for these ones.
2015's RID Grimlock's Japanese character?
Yeah, Japanese continuity.
Friend. What the fuck? Even though there was one.
Oh, seriously, neither did I till I looked it up. Right, you've all put an answer. So the correct answer was A. Pete gets it right again. He's on fire, the lad. He knew because it was Grimlock.
The presence of genius.
Grimlock. So
Oh, I think it'd be like questions like how many Dinobots are
Sam,
there?
you have to
5.
get this last question because you just have to because you've got 0, and I feel like you need this. All right, this is for you, Sam. We'll play next goal wins. If Sam gets it right, who wins?
All right, cool.
Just to wind Pete up. Right, in Beast Wars, you love
God.
that, don't you, Pete? In Beast Wars, what human artifact is Megatron particularly fond of? Come on, even I knew this.
I've never watched it.
B.
Why did I think
He's not said the answer.
No, there's not multiple choice. You just have to guess what it is.
Oh, B.
Can you not know this, guys? Like, even at TFN, it was a thing. When the voice actor was... Seriously, I'm not a Beast Wars fan, and even I knew this.
A human artifact?
Yeah. Literally in the cartoon.
Tape recorder.
He talks to this thing. It's
Computer.
Really weird. I don't know why. Somebody in the chat can explain where it came
I've
from.
I have.
Complete life.
Yes.
Look at it. Look at
Rubber duck.
It is a rubber duck. Sadly, Pete put it first. And I find it amazing that the Beast Wars hater...
We were supposed to let Sam get the damn answer. We were playing dumb there, you prick.
Is that actually real? That's not real, surely.
No, that's real. He has a
Oh.
rubber duck. Rubber ducky, it's called. It's not a joke. Rubber
And
duck.
With
people
it, no
wonder
one
why
watched
we
that
don't like
series.
Beast Wars.
I think, wasn't TFN selling little rubber duckies a couple of years back?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the voice actor was there so that you could have your rubber ducky signed by the voice actor who is it David K? David K. isn't
David
it?
K. Great Scott me as soon as I come in the door.
Oh,
I
right.
spent 20 quid on rubber ducks.
I'm spent.
Let's keep doing questions until Sam gets an answer. Right.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll make the questions easier next week because apparently those were
They were hard. Right, shall we do a little bit of a feature on to comic book artists? So, let's see what we got tonight. I don't know if you like Geoff Senior, but tonight is Geoff Senior, so he's the comic book artist. Shall I flash up a little bit of his art? Let's start with his face. There's Geoff. Met him a couple of times now. Met him at TF UK Con, the first ever one. I got in the lift with him, and if you went to TF UK Con, the rooms are circular, so you go all the way round, and the rooms are on the outside of this massive circle, like a donut. If you imagine a donut going all the way up to the top, and I'm not sure he knew where he was going. I got into the lift with him, said hello, and I like Transformers. We went up. He happened to get off on my floor. I didn't know where my number of my room was, and I'm not sure he did too. So I ended up just following him for quite a while around this circle. I thought, at what point I need to just stop because he's going to think that I'm going to get him, and I'm not. Like, I just want to get into my room. So I did. I just stopped and let him walk off, and that was my experience with Geoff. But he does some comics as well. That wasn't the only thing we know him for. So this is G2. And we love disgusting shots of Transformers dying.
You could have slapped it at disgusting shots, Paul.
I often do, Andy. I often do. But like this is the bit where we loved as kids. Like, and this was from. I think this is one of the 6-0's choices because 3 of these photos are from 6-0's TF Wiki input, where he chose his like 20 best photos of Geoff. And this is one of them. There's so many gruesome ones on there, and it's like, how did they get away with this? It looks like blood, doesn't it? And a skeleton like coming out, and it's horrific. But 14-year-old me would have loved this.
Wow, I don't even remember the story that came from.
No, I can't. It's G2.
It's the G2 comic. He gets devoured alive by, was it called the Swarm or something like that?
That's it. Yeah. Everyone bumps this one off, but
oh, that is beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah.
Burned into my brain. I'll bomb that off. Lovely.
I'll bump that off. Lovely. He redone it as well, didn't he? He redone it like about
he did,
20 years later.
Yeah.
This awesome art, but you can't beat that. The classic that everyone knows. This one, like, what is it with him and being able to do horrific things with Transformers, robots, and humans?
Yeah.
It's almost like he's got this passion inside of him to do something horrible, and they're like, you can't do that. Oh, if it's a robot, yeah, that's fine. You can rip the flesh off. That's absolutely a-okay, and kids will be okay with it.
Nightmare Fuel. Love it.
Yeah, look at that flesh tearing off. Poor old Sludge.
That always reminded me of that Superman film where the female bad guy gets dragged into the supercomputer.
Robot,
Yeah, that freaked me out as well.
That scared me,
That reminded me of.
Agree.
Oh, look
They
at
could have
that.
switched it off, but they never tried it.
Yeah. Just turn the Wi-Fi off.
Yeah. Change your password quick.
That'll teach you AI. Yeah. When you see this, like, again, like, you can feel the impact of the sword, can't you? Going through something that it should not go through so freely, like butter. He just had that way of painting stuff like this, and astonishing.
How shocking was it though to see Megatron get bisected? Like that whole storyline with the Dinobots in a coma in their dreams was just.
Did anything horrible happen to Grimlock? He got blasted, didn't he, by a cannon? Starscream.
No, he got Oh no, he did get blasted by a cannon, didn't he? Because he tried to take on Starscream, and Starscream had to put the cannon on, and he hadn't realised the
that
fusion
must be a
cannon.
nightmare. Getting killed by
Yeah.
Starscream. Humiliating.
Losing to Starscream. Oh,
Yeah.
Life's perennial loser.
Right, we're moving on to the socials, if that's right, Peter.
Social corner.
Oh, no.
I'm ready when you are.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll find something.
Enjoying the music.
Let's do this.
Jim, do you want to go to the bathroom and French kiss?
What about Sulu? Where is he?
Sulu's dead. Show me your gums. Oh, yeah.
There we go, social corner. Woo!
First picture this week. We don't acknowledge often enough that Star Wars is part of the Transformers universe.
We don't.
And this this is a picture reflecting that in the loosest possible sense.
Yeah. They're funny though.
That's good.
It is hilarious. It genuinely.
Great
I even chuckled
photo.
when I was downloading it.
And great caption bands. Like, put them together. Well done, Roy. Well done.
Top man, Roy. And if you're watching, give us a like.
I've liked you for quite a few years.
Sounded slightly threatening.
Unsubscribe.
If I don't carry it out.
Restraining.
Plastic crack with Megatronus. Exceptional photographer taking an exceptional picture of an exceptional toy. Really pops with the white background. Hey, it's Ben Robinson.
That's good.
I like that.
Must be US based because we don't have book yet, do we? But yeah, making it look an exceptional toy, like we weren't buying it anyway. But a great picture. Well done, Ben.
I mean, it's no bone crusher, but yeah, all right.
Moving on. All right.
No, it was a great photo.
If you like your Transformers good against is okay.
Oh, bone crusher. What will we
Trigger
do?
Happy 77. Love the background.
Yeah.
The cardboard
Very good.
explosions. Yeah. Exceptional Central Prime.
He
And
builds all these
Megatron
sets himself.
scrapping.
Orion
Really?
Pax running in at the back as well.
Yeah.
That's really well
Oh,
done.
Yeah.
Exceptional photo. From Blue Sky,
That's good.
Viane. Apologies if I have not pronounced that correctly, but Rodimus from IDW. Would you say? An excellent piece of
I
artwork.
don't know. He kind of looks as though he's naked to me. Like, I know he's all naked because he's a Transformer, but he's just coming out the shower and he's not bothering to put on a towel.
Where's my towel? I'm going to air dry.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Yeah. Hello. But an exceptional piece of artwork.
Yeah.
Rainmaker Robotography. This one of my favourite of the week that Jamie shared from Instagram. Little Cosmos, little, just want to squeeze his cheeks, didn't you? It's just like cute little geezer.
I think
He's
that
a
was
geezer.
Chronicles who shared
In
that to me, I think.
Space. I don't know what
Yeah, it's just cool.
did I glitch out then?
You glitched out for me, but I thought that was probably my
Oh,
one.
I love this one. This
Oh.
one's cool.
Transform and Tell incorporating OG Carnivac with the new release. Yeah,
It's
fantastic.
the only thing is he did a series of these photos of it emerging from the shell. That's obviously one of them, but just excellent.
I can't wait to get mine. And Carnivac is on my list for TFN. That's going to be one of my targets because I want an original Carnivac. Corrales on Blue Sky, I think.
Could be.
Animated, yeah.
That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah. Anything animated will always get in the socials. This is the
Cousins.
coloured version that David Cousins showed us the other week when he was on our show, Transformers, the show on YouTube. He'd shown us the inks, but we hadn't seen the finished coloured version. Yeah,
It's good.
Beautiful.
I'm glad he took our advice on how to finish it well. He has. He's
Yeah.
done a good
Yeah.
job there.
You can see our influence there clearly.
Yeah.
Heavily.
Double Dealer 93 on Blue Sky,
Oh, that's cool.
taken the new Carnivac out into the woods and got some great pictures.
He knows how to hold us off.
So excited. The head sculpt is amazing. All the pictures I see, the head sculpt is amazing.
Sound's gone funny again.
You're breaking up.
No, no,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
we're good.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome pencil.
Look at that.
Ink sketches.
So notice this on Twitter, as I very rarely go on it these days. Ethan Young is putting together a doodle board, and as you can see, we've got Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, and Soundwave, and it was lovely to see so many people had gone doodle board. It's like you could sell this artwork, and
Yeah.
this is just you doodling.
Wish I could doodle like that. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. So well done, Ethan. Well done. Like me commending you means anything. Yeah, well done, Ethan. This is great.
Take it from a true artist like Pete.
Yeah. You're doing well, son. Keep practicing. No, exceptional.
You've got a future. Yeah.
Yeah.
We may not know anything about art, but we know what we like, so well done.
Yeah, that is cool, that picture.
Yeah.
No, Storm 73. I think that's the New Age. That's the New Age toy Grimlock.
Yeah,
This is the one you should have bought, Paul. This
Yeah,
was
no,
lovely.
thanks. Thank you.
The one Paul should have bought.
That is what I wanted. Yeah, that is the one I wanted. But shows he gave me something else because I chose the wrong one.
Just don't play in the dirt with yours. Nova Storm 73, excellent photo.
Is this a confession from Bubble Jumper? I don't. Is he Bob's son? Breaking news.
No, it's not unusual.
Clout Art sharing some of their art,
Was she called Delilah? No.
animated Prime and
Wow,
Megatron.
that's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
They're really nice. Knockout.
Yeah. Suits him with his spiky hair. RID. And an OC character. That I didn't see the name and I couldn't find the name, but it was an original Transformers animated character that looks
Well,
wicked.
they put their name in the picture, so that's okay.
Yeah. But not the character.
Yeah, the artist name's on there.
Yeah. Characters.
Ryan
called
Button. Ryan Button giving us a peek behind the scenes in terms of what the artwork starts to look like at the beginning and how it finishes.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exceptional. If only we had gave him some input, we might have made that picture worse for him. But yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
How?
We need to get him on the show.
It's like the original G1 type thing.
Yeah.
Paintings, isn't it?
I mean, Ryan,
That's exceptional.
this brown, maybe work on this brown, Ryan, you know.
Yeah.
That's
The rest of it's all right.
at that point. Yeah.
You spelt more than meets the eye wrong as well. So,
No,
Only he didn't.
yeah. Using the G1 toys.
Can't even do that one. Damn it. It's just too good, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm
Exceptional piece of artwork. And that
That's
is
ridiculous.
Social Corner this week.
That's the best social corner ever, Pete. Thank you so much. Right, we're going to go straight into discussion tonight, which tonight is all about Botcon, stuff which happens over the shores in quite the most impressive ceremony of Transformers. How do we know how this happened? Well, we've got Sam, who went there. He's going to tell us all about it. And he's been to TFN. He's got a yardstick, let's just say that, to measure them by. So let's do it. Discussion time.
We now return to the Transformers.
Sam,
Just before, sorry, mate, can I just cut in just before Sam gets started?
Yeah.
Just a quick temperature update. It's still 30.6 degrees in the man cave.
Jesus.
Anyway,
I think it's too hot because I've pretty much decided I think I hate you all.
To be fair, Jamie, that's probably not the heat.
Yeah, to be honest, I think you're right.
Did that feeling kick in around the quiz time?
Actually, before the quiz, I think it's when you were all smiling. That's when it hit.
Oh dear.
Fucking Northerners. I was born in Kent, so this is like Friday for me. Right, Sam, how'd you go on then? So Botcon, so you went there from the start. How did it happen? Did you get invited over, or
So a lot
of
of
a VIP?
Well, not really. The reason I go is so a lot of the people I know through this hobby. I met a lot of people across the pond, and Realm of Collectors, which is a group very similar to TF UK. They have a show very similar to this on a Monday night, and so I got to know a lot of people through that back 2016, round about that time, and they use these events as their main get-togethers. So that's the reason why I've been out there before. I did TF Con in 2018, and I've done another Botcon a few years back, and that's the main reason I go, really, is to see people that I've and it's similar to here. Now the reason I keep going back to TFN is because I know a lot of people. I want to go and see them and look forward to it, so that's why I go. And so I went out on the Thursday, so it's a Thursday night to Sunday, similar to TFN, isn't it? So in lovely old Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is
TF Nation, we do Thursday night to Monday.
Yes, there you go. So yeah.
But we also don't fly there.
No.
Some of us get
roundabouts.
Yeah, by very dependable drivers.
I mean, we could fly there, but we don't.
And with your accent, how often do people stop and go, you're British?
Most time you speak to someone, it's
Is it?
okay. Where are you from? Yeah, and it's either Australia.
I was just going to say, do you ever get mistaken for Australian?
Quite a
Because,
lot.
Like,
Quite a lot. Yeah.
UK friends who go over there, they get that quite a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I thought Paul was going to say. Do they say to you, "G'day, mate"?
Yeah.
No, not from Australia.
No, it's normally, where are you from? They sort of look at it, but so yeah, it was great. I had to do a couple of flights because you can't fly there direct because it's in the middle of the little town, very small little airport, but that's fine. This was the last time I went. It was in New Jersey in a big shopping mall, a huge, probably the biggest shopping mall I've ever been in, and they have a big exhibition area. But the problem with that is the hotel was only accessible. You had to cross a freeway, so you couldn't walk there. You had to drive there. So in the morning, you'd go there, and you were kind of there all day.
Yeah.
I mean, you could come back, but it was a bit of a faff. And I always think a convention should be in the hotel, like TFN, because
Especially if it's a couple of days.
Exactly. So that was a slight disappointment for me, just because it was, you can go back up to your room at TFN, can't you?
Yeah.
Whenever you want, you can drop something. So, but this had moved, and this was in a convention center, but they had two hotels, one joined in and one literally across the road, so it was a lot more accessible. Big hall, big panel room, and yeah, it was a really good time. Yeah. I think I spent most of the time with people, not really looking. I walked around it, and I didn't buy much just because I knew I didn't have much room because I only have a small suitcase, can't really take much back. I ended up having to take a third bag back with me, but they had lots of good events on. They had the what's it called, the cornhole, where you have the bean bags into the board at the other end of the hole, so you've got to get the bean bags in, which is an American game, but they played that all day. It was a tournament for that. They had,
I think we have photos of that, don't we, Sam?
Yeah.
If you want to share photos, go for it. Share away. There we go.
Yeah.
So you said you met
the guest, yeah. So
didn't you?
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool because he's obviously voiced loads of different things, and he does the honest trailers, which I've loved for years. So I was quite looking forward to meeting him.
He's from the guy who does the honest trailers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've watched that for years.
Yeah.
I thought it was someone else that did the honest trailers.
No, it's him.
He replaced the original guy, or has it always been him?
He's always been him. Yeah.
Wow.
And voiced loads of different Transformer voices throughout the years. I think also stepped in so he did the voices for Prime on TF1 before Hemsworth did it. As in, he did the rehearsals,
right?
Yeah.
Kind of thing with the other voice actors. So that was
so
cool.
Hemsworth didn't do rehearsals then? Is this like breaking news?
No, well, no. But I think to fly over to Australia to film with him probably cost more than doing it locally. So I think that was how they did it.
Wow.
Don't quote me on that.
Studio.
I'm paraphrasing that, don't
quote him. Quote him now.
Honestly, guy, mate, now. Well, Chris, guess what Samsformers
yeah.
Seen about? Yeah.
So dealer hall. I was trying to take him early on in the day because taking lots of pictures with people in it, I think it gets a bit awkward.
That looks cool. That looks like you could run down there with your arms.
It was very big. Yeah.
Supermarket suite.
I think it was about the same size as TFN. I think as the dealer hall, I think it was about the same size. That was the guest area. That's good. There's lots of artists, as there always are. I mean, it's very. The thing is, these dealer halls are dealer halls, aren't they? It's all going to be the same stuff.
I think they could do with better carpets. Just saying. That's all. That's all.
Okay, it's not
What's
bad.
your big complaint? The carpets.
It looks like cats have been in skid marks all the way down.
Yeah. So that's the MMC ram horn prototype. So it's good to see that. We've been waiting for that. That's the MMC one.
That was the test shot, wasn't it? Did we show that last week?
Yeah.
We did.
I think it was your photo, Sam, we showed.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
There were the
so you said they chose a new area, which was quite small for America, like a small airport, just to make it better environment for people.
Well, I think the reason Fort Wayne was where Botcon started originally, and I think that's maybe why they've gone back there for a few years. I think the problem I understand from these American shows, similar to TFCon, is America's so big, no matter where you put it. For us, Birmingham, anywhere in the country, it's accessible, isn't it? It's not that far. Whereas people were driving longer than I was flying to get, people were driving 10, 11 hours to get to this.
Jesus.
And I think wherever they put it, they're always
M25.
The M25.
Yeah.
Oh, motorway bands. Yeah. Let's have it.
Yeah.
So these are some of the X-Transbots figures that are coming out soon at varying levels of completion. They all look quite good.
That looks good.
Yeah. That guy looked good.
Yeah, we saw the Slug Slinger prototype. I'm sure these were some of the photos we shared. So obviously some of your photos got shared by TM Reviews. Blockies.
So they were there. So they had a small area. They had a rep there for 2 of the days, just showing it all off.
I wish they sold the stands. That would be so cool.
I spoke to them numerous times about that they'd sell loads of them. I think they would. I think people would buy them.
Yeah, I
And you
spoke to him
got
as
it.
well, and I said, and I shared my idea with Samsformers as well.
Is that what? Yeah, that's it. That's what they. Oh, they. Yeah.
That must be the hall area for the
Yeah, for their panel rooms. Yeah.
panels.
Improved the carpets a bit there. Nope,
Yeah.
back to buy carpets.
So they had some props from from the movies.
Very cool.
And I'm going to get this right. That's the seed from Age of Extinction. I think.
Correct.
And it
Oh,
and it
wow.
and it was powered and it can.
Is that from
folded
the
in
crap
itself.
film? The one with the what do you call him? Hannibal Lecter dude was in it, and he was just drunk.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a great film. Yeah. Did you share the video, Sam? I saw a video from someone of it actually
I
opening
put
up.
that in the chat. I think.
That was it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the swords are from the start of the last one. Is it the last night?
The last night, yeah.
Yeah. So that was just quite cool to see some props. We've seen that again. That's the X-Transport dude in its case. So I've kind of fell in love with these products. I've never heard of them before. I think it's Korean, but there's a whole cartoon and a whole lore around it. But they're just these big, transforming, cool-looking robots. Some of them are combiners. Some are a lot smaller, all different scales. They're just brilliant. They're just colourful.
Is this going to be a franchise launched in Korea, do you think?
Well, they're trying to bring it to the US. So Agabus, the store, is gonna bring that into the US, and then I think they're going to branch out into other parts of the world. But I just thought they were great. They did a panel. I didn't see it, but I kept
How
going.
will Barry from Hasbro react? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Barry be angry.
Fuming will Barry Hasbro.
Barry, let them
Fuming.
pass. Let them pass, Barry.
So that was a script reading with who is that? It's John Bailey. That's Bumblebee, and that's the guy who did Prowl and a few. I can't remember his name.
Michael Bell.
That's him.
Michael Bell.
Yeah. And then the lady is.
I'm on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Let's go do a pub quiz.
Quick.
And then the lady, she did voices in the TF1.
I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Something Chung, is it? I can't remember the name.
Yeah, Jennifer something.
Yeah, but that was quite fun. I mean,
I added her. She didn't add me, by the way. Now, Megan Fox, she can stop trying to add me because
it's
I'm
a bit
alright,
annoying after a while, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to touch that after Machine Gun Girlie.
I don't know.
Oh, is that the game?
So there you go. That's it. Yeah. So
Sometimes you can fix it.
This was running all weekend. I think we got to the quarterfinals. So we won our first 2 rounds and then we lost. And down to me.
That's
Actually.
cool.
Wow.
That was brilliant. That was. I've got a bit of video. I'll share it. But the first day that was just stood up like on a stand, and I just thought it was model. And then the next day we were walking around in it. But it's got its voice. There's music coming out. It's fantastic.
Amazing.
Really, really good.
Pete,
Yeah,
buy a lotto ticket tonight. Buy a lotto ticket.
There is another pic coming up. I'm sure there is of that game you were playing, so. But we're just getting lots of photos of the trader area.
Yeah.
So this is before, and that's the thing as well. You look at it, it looks really empty, but this was very early on, wasn't it?
These were
Because
either
you had
early or late in the afternoon
Yeah.
because it was just when I was taking pictures of it. Because
It's very dignified. They all look very polite there. With the
When
UK, it would be like a horde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly there.
Oh, look at all that though.
There's some good stuff.
There's some Japanese G1 there. Very nice.
Yeah.
I
That
think
one prior-
I'm going to go to a Botcon. I definitely need to.
Yeah, we have to go, don't we? It's ridiculous.
Now, how much was this worth, Sam? I think you
So-
posted about this in the chat.
Yeah, he said 5 figures. I heard someone else
Just
say
5
about.
figures. Any line.
Yeah, so I think I heard from someone else about $30,000.
Yeah.
about $30,000 I heard from someone else.
Oh, wow.
So in American, that's £15,000, isn't it? Oof, that's still
25 grand in pounds. He said there was 5. That's one of 5 that are known about in the world. And it was a prize, I think. He said it was something that you won.
It's amazing to think that you could get that for the price of 5 bone crushers. That's incredible.
Go back to his booth.
That'd be brilliant.
Is that one?
Yeah. So in the where you see this glass, you can see it in the middle, next to that glass panel, just to the left, there where your cursor is. So it's there, right, on display out there. Now, when I took that picture, there's no one standing there. Now, I was stood there. Someone asked him a question, and he just walked around the corner. And quite a few times you'd look, and there was, I mean, he is there at that point, but he would wander off and leave it. And I said to him, "Are you not? How are you just leaving it there?" He didn't seem too concerned.
How did you say that, Sam? But you go to my bit, my shark, my bit.
I don't know. There's a metal hawk sitting there. There's just, I mean, I know that's amazing, $30,000 or whatever, but like,
there's some proper stuff on that.
Do you think you'd find more of that rare stuff at this than you do at TFN? I feel like you would. I don't know why, just because America tends to have a lot of this stuff.
I just think America's so portrayed so badly in TV, because every time I've been to America, they're always so nice, lovely, and trusting. They really are. You know, apart from obviously the big cities, it's different, but they've just got that demeanor.
Anyway, let's get past the Beggars rubbish.
They're not like us UK people.
Deep end.
Yep.
Iris.
And there's that
tank. Yeah.
Tank.
6-incher.
I like the fact they have their own forge area as well. That's nice.
Yeah.
If we didn't have kill carpets, I would have been.
Was that your haul, Sam?
Yes, that was what I brought back.
Nice.
But yeah, it was really good fun. There was a party on there I am.
There he is.
So the Realm of Collectors, they have a when they have their meet up, so they have a party on the Friday
So
night.
with Bobby Skullface, is he there as well?
He wasn't this, no, but he is.
But he's part of the Realm of Collectors.
Yes. And they do. So they have a you buy a rock box basically, and it's just giveaways. It's like a T-shirt and gifts and all that sort of stuff. They do so we had to go in. It was a pajama party, so you had to go in pajamas. And luckily, there's no picture of that of me, which I was very good at.
You thought, and then you released the photos.
Yeah.
You know what? What? That would have been really awkward if you slept naked, wouldn't it? Just
it would have
cruising
been,
in there. Don't
And-
wear PJs, lads.
Yeah.
Pajama party this.
Yeah. And they do some games. One of which is they do a present swap. So you'll bring a gift and you wrap it. It's like I think they call it Dirty Santa, I think. And
I thought you said a person swap there. I was thinking,
yeah, person swap. No, and so you wrap a present, and all your names are in a box. If you're first, you pick a present, unwrap it. That's yours. Now, so then Andy, say it's you next, and you can look at what I've got and go, I want yours, or you go and unwrap another one, and this goes all the way through everyone, and you can steal anyone's gift when it's your turn throughout the game.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
But it's good fun. It's good fun.
The first thing I'm going to do is when I unwrap it is lick it.
Can you imagine Jamie's reaction?
Marking its territory. James just cocks a leg and sprays it.
And there was they do a toy drive. One of the guys runs a charity for sickle cell. His daughter's not well. Anyway, they do toy drives over the country. So again, you donate a toy and then they enter you in a raffle. And that's where I won the TF1 figures. But I also won, which, to the amusement of everyone in the room, because they knew I flew there, I also won those, the Lego Prime, which is a rather big box, and an ex-Transbots figure, and to which I had both of them, and I was never getting home, so we raffled them off the night for the charity, and I think we raised
that's nice.
$500 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was good. And the other big thing that we did, or I took part in, was the Blockies, the Speed Build Challenge game, to which me and TM Reviews, we helped judge. That was the most insane thing I've ever seen. They just went nuts.
I saw the final. It was mental.
The competition and is not the word I'd use to describe it. They were just crazy for it. It was really good. So there's 50 people entered it, and that was good fun. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I'll still stand by. I still think TFN does it overall better. And
you don't need to do comparisons, Sam.
No. But I think a lot. Yeah, TFN is where more people go, and I think that's purely because of England being smaller, and you can get to it a lot easier. But one thing I think TFN do better, and I tell the people, because quite a lot of people, they know about it, because they'll ask, do you go to TFN? So it's known about in the US and other places. And I think one thing they do better is the evening. I think their club con and effort they put into that is second to none, I think.
And they don't have a Transformers the show doing songs and
of course. Yeah.
You know.
So I think we're lucky that our one is very, very good.
Yeah, it's a character,
yeah,
boys.
boys.
Yeah.
And when you think, like, we've had some amazing people on the show, when you think back to, like, Bobby Skullface was amazing, like other American ones, Patriot Prime, we got involved with the songs. Who did you enjoy meeting in terms of YouTube stars? Was there some standout ones?
I think TM Reviews I have met before, but I got to spend quite a bit of time with him throughout the weekend just because of stuff we were doing together for it, and that was very good. I met Aaron Archer, so Andy had mentioned about
nice
trying to get Aaron Archer onto the show, and obviously he was there, so I went and spoke. I bumped into him in the bar first on the first night, but we're now absolute best friends because he supports Man United and is
really
he's an avid.
He's banned.
Yeah,
it was great. It was great. They thought about having him on the show. Yeah,
he's a huge.
Shame, but yeah.
But he knew a lot. I was surprised because he asked me about football and he started talking about all this stuff. So, but he is a really, really. He'll be great to chat to. I think he was a really good.
If he wants to join, we normally do a Premier League special episode with Sam. Obviously, you're welcome to join
pre-season.
as well. Pre-season Prem episode.
I think he would love that just because of the stuff he knew about football. Yeah, he'd be up for that.
Let's do that in August.
If you knew, did you test him? Did you say Eric Jemba and see what he says? If he goes, Jemba, you're like, you know.
Yeah, he was referencing games back into sort of late 90s, early 2000s about, and I wouldn't have remembered him. And he's been to Old Trafford before, and he was
been better than most Man United fans.
Yeah.
He probably lives closer to Manchester than most Man United fans. To be fair,
I think Andy, I mentioned that you were a Newcastle fan. I think I had to get that out there and just say, sorry.
It's best if you tell them early so they can acclimatise to it.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
But did he actually call it football?
He did. Yep, he did.
So
when he said football, I asked him, "Do you mean American or our football?" He went, "No, yours." But he was a nice guy.
What about Cato? Was Cato there? Did you see him? Or Deluxe Baldwin?
No, they weren't. No, neither of them were. And
it's just insane the distances. Like we think, why didn't they go to the convention in America? But it's almost like us going to a convention in Italy or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the distances.
Yeah. I've seen Deluxe. I've met at the last two ones I've been to, but he wasn't at that one. I'm trying to think of some other people that were there.
What I'm hearing, Paul, is that we should go to a Transformers convention in Italy.
Yeah, I think we are the Transformers convention in Italy.
Transformers the show on tour, on the road.
Germany.
All lads on tour.
We'll hire one of those big RVs or whatever they're called.
Pussy Patrol.
Be like that bit from oh bloody hell! What am I thinking of? Anchorman 2 when they're in the car. Who's driving? It's all right. It's on cruise control. Oh dear.
The last bit.
Bringing the scorpions.
Sorry, Sam, go on.
Sorry, the last bit that I thought was good. So the panel that Josh Cooley did in the day about, and that's where all that, but Paramount not going to do TF2 came from. So it's clear there was somebody in the room that was posting it. He didn't exactly say those words, but he said that they weren't going to do it. Didn't say that there wasn't going to be another one. But
didn't he say there was no current plans?
Yeah,
say Paramount rather than definitively.
Yeah, that he'd been told that they hadn't got any plans to do it, but whether that means that someone else won't fund it, you don't know.
Did you ask him a question? Did you say, do you think if you'd made the product pish, that Paramount might have waited for a second outing? Was the mistake making it good? Was that the mistake?
Exactly that, and he said, "Is that Jamie asking that?" And I went, "Yeah."
Simon said, "Were any of the Radio Free Subtron guys there, like Brian Kilby or Melvin, or?"
Not that I saw. I don't think so, because I do know what they look like, but no, I don't think they were.
It just seems the most famous person there was you, Sam.
Yeah, probably.
Just the nicest person. The nicest person there was
best person.
Yeah, but in the evening, just 2 seconds. Again, he did a presentation, and Josh Cooley, on TF1 of the making and he showed animation at the start, how they started the film. They showed some of the motion capture that they did to do it, some of the voice recordings. So that was a really interesting presentation he did, and we weren't allowed to take pictures or anything in there. But that was good. So yeah, no, it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
That sounds amazing,
and I would recommend it.
You'll have to take us with you next time, Sam.
Yeah, and it spurs on.
I'll hide in your suitcase.
Yeah,
we'll save money.
Yeah,
you can't go. You got kids. I'll go.
I'm going because I've got kids. Don't take this away from me.
I think it'd be cool to see how they do sort of motion capture. I would love to see how they do motion capture when when a transformer dies, how they get an actor to do that. Like, do they put like electrodes on them and just electrocute them and just record what happened?
Why would you electrocute them? It's supposed to be that.
Spontaneity. It's spontaneity. You don't want to tell them what would be real then. It would be real. You go, wake the bitch up.
Oh no, that bombshell.
That'd be cool. No.
Sam, thanks so much for that. That's amazing, and thanks for sharing it with us. Like,
thank you for having me.
I'm really looking forward to catching up with you. Tomorrow, if you're about to head up to Scotland, to Glasgow, to the Waxies Remain,
cool,
which is a pub. Yeah, it's TFN The Gathering.
Yeah,
in Glasgow,
in association with Primetime Toys, as they put on all of their stuff about this.
I hope whoever goes
to
that. Yeah.
You're there, aren't you? Like in Glasgow as we speak?
I will be there. Yeah, I'm actually in Glasgow. This is a Glaswegian hotel. I will be going to the Waxy Ronins tomorrow. I'm going to Moff's house at 7 a.m. I'm going to meet him, and then we're going to get the bus, which is some sort of transport they use up here. We're going to meet
some sort of transport.
John Grieve, which is also a Borders dude. And we have breakfast with him at 7:45 in the morning. So thank you, Moff, and thank you, John, for getting up so
awesome.
early on the Saturday.
I love the fact that everybody has tonight to try and find your hotel room, Pete. Paul, rather. If they want to go find you, they can go.
Come here, Strathclyde Country Park, Holiday Inn Express. Come find me.
I mean, you've just.
I'll fight you or I'll love you. It'll be one of the two. Depends how much I've had to drink. And yeah, so it's going to be amazing tomorrow. And the TFN guys are going to be up there. There's going to be competitions. There'll be quizzes. I know some bars near there as well. Actually, Malone's, brilliant Irish bar just around the corner.
Scottish.
Well, I promise you it's in Scotland. This is not an English hotel.
Where the Celtic
This
fans.
is Toy Slice. I'm just thinking, what?
Hotel doesn't look very Scottish because
the
it's not in the
television's made
Highlands
out
and
of
outdoors.
tablets. I can't even turn it on. It's just a big bit of sugary tablet. So that's how I know it's
Oh dear.
Scottish
But
hotel.
with it being with it being Friday and the gathering being tomorrow, it's probably would be remiss to say that TFN is in 7 weeks. Starts 7 weeks
Is it
today.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
7 weeks today.
I'm aroused to buy that, Pete. That is so close, and I get little tantalizing glimpses of it tomorrow, so I can't wait. And I'll do some videos and let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
And how many, but like I think Graham's got like 1,000 blockies he needs to take with him on this.
Oh, yes,
bus,
there's giveaways, I think, aren't there?
to give out. So that'll be good. Yeah. Right. Je suis fermé avec le show. I will see you soon next week, Friday, 8 o'clock. Be here. Thanks so much, Sam, for joining us.
The rest of us will be here as well.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Join us for Paul.
Not on my watch. Andy, Jamie, and Pete will be here as well.
Sure.
Bye.
Good night.
It's time for Transformers, the show!